tab over to the screen, and you'll notice that Scratch still has an icon on the board. And the reason for that is because artists are people, and they cannot make magic 110% of the time, always. So what we have to do is we have to make do with Scratch Face of a Gold Coin being on the overlay and being over Gamzee's Discord thingus for another week or so. But new character Z is in the stat block, which will be relatively frequently cycling through everybody's stats. So you'll be able to see Z's stats, and Gamzee will be playing Z. But yeah, we have to bear with Scratch for a little bit longer. Speaking of which, Brick and Dr. Lorelei, I need to get your multi-class information. If you guys could send that to Birch Mila, so that we can get that into the overlay for next week, that'd be great, because I forgot to do that like a dingus. Anyway, where were we? We were on the banks of the river. We were dealing with some wights and some zombies, and...
I don't like their...
Sorry?
I really don't like their name.
Wights?
Yeah.
W-I-G-H-T?
Just the pronunciation, like, without context.
Is it my accent?
Well, no, they're called whites.
Yeah, W-I-G-H-T, white. It's the zombie. I tend to kind of pronounce the H when I say the color. White versus white.
Fair.
And also, I can't really help what they're called.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, our buddy Scratch Face of a Gold Coin got his soul eaten and then carted off into somewhere over the jungle. We saw his soul escape and fly free over the jungle. His remains were taken by the mighty Shago by force, and your guides, Shago and Azaka, disappeared into the jungle, where they have not returned. If you guys want to take the benefit of a long rest, you can. If you want to, camp by the river's edge with a fire, get some rations, set out all that good stuff, we can pick the story rather, up the next day, unless there's something you guys want to do overnight. Though I imagine it's kind of a quiet affair round the camp currently. No.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take a long rest, heal up, prepare your spells for the new day, all of that good stuff, because we're not going to be starting with you specifically. We're going to be starting with another jungle traveler. So when we fade in on our story, I think we fade in with the morning sun at your back, Z, as you're paddling. Are you paddling a boat, or are you just like floating along the river?
It's
because I kind of love the idea of Z just like laying on his back and just kicking his feet occasionally.
I was gonna say that sounds like something Z would do.
Yeah, you got your book resting on your tummy. You've got your familiar on top of the book, right, to keep it steady. You got your pack on your stuff, like out of the water, and then because the river Tairiki is really, really sluggish, so you can just like kick your feet and off you go. Like, you're so big, most predators would just be like, you're too big to bite.
Or like the stuff below me would be like, that's a rock.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not to say that you're not in danger, but you're in less danger than...
I have a significant number of advantages in this situation for my relaxation.
You do, and so it's probably like a relatively peaceful thing. Why don't you go ahead and roll a d100 for me, please? just to see if you've had any encounters up until this point. We're not gonna have like a full-on fight for you. Like, you've had a relatively quiet journey.
Right.
But let's see what you have encountered on your way. 87. Okay. So for 87, you have encountered... Oh, perfect. This is so perfect, because these things only come out when things are quiet. So you have seen the little, like, sylph-like creatures in the book called Veggie Pygmies, which I don't really like the name of, I'm gonna be honest. But they're little, like, plant creatures, kind of like Koroks, if you're familiar with Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna refer to them as sylphs. But these like very taciturn, I believe is the word that I would use, like just jungle creatures have been just like sitting on the bank, hanging out.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, I sneezed. I wasn't quick enough to mute.
No worries. Maybe one has like swum out and like climbed on your shell. One, like, not doing anything, just like, you know, so that illustrates perfectly that you have had a peaceful trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
went to get like mushrooms or something, and now he's headed home on the river.
Oh, you're heading down the river.
I thought it flowed towards the...
It flows
ocean.
towards Port Nyanzaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're heading down. You said you're heading home. You're heading down the river.
Am I? Because
Yeah.
I live on that peak.
Right. So let me bring up the map of Chult, and we'll explore this together. So, you have your shack, yeah,
Up here.
out here, right?
And
Port
so the
Nyanzaru
river-
is here.
right.
It's still loading on my side, so bear with me. The party is about here. If you're heading home, you'd be heading down the river, which would be up on this map. So you went further up
Actually,
the River Tairiki.
He's probably on his way to get mushrooms, considering
Yeah, that makes more sense.
considering it's morning.
Sorry?
Oh, it's morning, right?
It's morning, but it took you a couple days to get this far.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't have a problem with. But yeah, the party is like right at the final eye in Tairiki. That little bend in the river there.
He's probably on his way to get mushrooms, then.
Okay.
Something for a spell.
So I think you decided to get off, or get going, I should say, before sunup. So you're able to make progress as the morning sun is lighting your, you know, your relatively soft underside. Like, that's another benefit of this. Like, you're not cold because most of you is not in the river.
Right.
So yeah, I think you're just like paddling along. It's been an uneventful couple of days for you because you know how to deal with the jungle. You live here. You're a Chultan. But I think you do smell smoke relatively quickly. And with your permission, I'm gonna put Scratch's token on the board for where Z would be, because we don't have a token for Scratch yet. Or for Z yet, rather.
Yeah.
So, if that's cool with you, I feel like Z would be like there-ish, just paddling up the middle of the river. And yeah,
Totally.
you smell smoke. Not a lot of smoke, not like the forest is burning down, but like that very specific, like, oh, this is not a naturally occurring thing. This is not the sulfurous smoke of a random lava gout, which is a thing, but more the like dry crackle of a campfire. What would you like to do? And while you're at it, why don't you describe your character for us?
Z is as we've like passingly mentioned, a turtle. He's a turtle man. he's not super tall. He's about 5 foot. He's got like cloth straps that he wears to hold things against his shell. So he's got like this scroll case across his chest right now and a little backpack and stuff. You know, to keep it out of the water.
Right.
He's probably using his quarterstaff to move through the water.
I just realized that you're blue. Sorry. You're using your quarterstaff to go through the water. That's difficult because you're on your back. I guess you could push it away from you, but it wouldn't be typical.
It's the little paddle, getting too close to shore. Tuck.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. So, who would be up early at the campsite, friends?
I think the doctor is.
Okay. So, Insomniac Doctor, go ahead.
This is early morning, correct?
Just after dawn.
Erithus would be up at this point as well.
Okay.
Honestly, Brick wouldn't sleep in either. He'd be up pretty early.
Okay. Fair enough. So then, yeah, you all see two things of note. One, there is no sign of Azaka and Chago. And two, you see what at first glance looks like a raft coming down the river. A small raft, like a one-person raft. But it's shaped weirdly, and it's, like, blue. It's got, like, cargo in the center of it. And then, what's your familiar, Z?
A Dimorphodon.
It's got a Dimorphodon sitting, like, with the cargo, but you don't see any people. You think maybe it's like a halfling raft or something, but you don't see any people. And then you realize that it's a person. It's a person, like a boxy humanoid creature floating on its back and holding its supplies on its stomach as it just scoots up river like a paddle boat.
I think that Sue, like, tilts her head, her, like, fins kind of pressed down a little, and then she kind of realizes what she's looking at, and just goes, oh.
I feel like he's just floating by and just, oh, hello.
Good morning. And, like, Sue will, like, wave.
Brick's a little baffled.
I'm surprised
It is probably the most ridiculous thing you have seen in the jungle. Brick, to be clear.
What to do with the chicken?
I was about to say, Erithus would be looking around for the chicken.
Make a perception check.
This chicken comes out of Z's pack.
I was actually thinking it was going to be sitting beside the Dimorphodon. You do not see the chicken anywhere.
Oh, the chicken with the chicken.
But because somebody said, "Where's the chicken?" by the rule of this show, I have to turn on chicken time. I only ever do this when you guys mention it, so this is your fault. Yes, Irideth, you do not see the chicken.
Perception?
Yes.
Or animal handling?
Perception, in this case.
I feel the need to roll.
No.
You also do not see the chicken.
Oh dear.
Not again. First the guides and now Henrietta.
Okay, so Brick, you're like, oh, what are you guys looking for? Looking for the chicken. You start looking around, and you see, now, mind you, to be clear, Z, you have not felt anything change. But you guys see Henrietta just calmly sitting in the warm spot that is the turtle's stomach beside the Dimorphodon, just sitting there, floating up the river.
I think he's like been perked up.
What was that?
Like
I'm
she's
sorry. I'm sorry. It's just look up. Are you a chicken?
That's she's mine. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh.
Henrietta just regards you, doesn't really say anything.
Hello,
Like-
little friend.
She's gonna walk over towards like the bank. She isn't gonna go in the water, but
Yeah.
she's sorry.
He's gonna try to force himself to shore.
Yeah, easily done. Again, the River Tyriki, like, as far as rivers go, it's kind of boring. So you just
It is literally a lazy river.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're treating it like one, which makes it even better. So yeah, you just like pop over to shore. There you go. And yeah, Henrietta, like you like bump into the shore. Your Dimorphodon like jostles a little bit, and Henrietta just like somehow gives you a look, Z, like, "Aw."
I think he like registered.
You alright?
I just stubbed all of my small toes at once.
Oh no, honey, no.
Oof.
Ooh. Okay. Anyway.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. That just
Cool.
hurt. I think he regards this with, we can go for another ride later. Hello.
Sorry about her. She does that. Picks up the chicken.
Yeah. Henrietta clucks demurely.
It's no trouble. I tend to get quite a few visitors when I decide to take a...
Yeah, like you've had like sylphs riding on you, you've had like frogs jumping on you, like you are basically immune to bugs as well. So you've had like dragonflies and shit landing on you.
I'm about as druid as you can get without being a druid.
Yeah, simply by virtue of you are a mobile ecosystem. Oh, that being said, do you get out of the water at all?
Probably.
Okay, the top of your shell is covered in leeches.
Well,
You're
that's
like- Sorry.
They
That's
can't do
inconvenient.
anything to you, right? But they're just you're just covered in leeches.
I have a
She
terrifying
like
thought.
squeaks.
Well, that's inconvenient. Shocking grasp through the shell.
Yeah, totally.
Just fry the little fuckers off.
I'm just gonna switch your attributes real quick, so that the token that you have is as a Z, not Scratch. Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage, because like they can't really dodge or anything. Yeah. Yeah, so you just like course lightning through your shell, and you guys watch as like, I don't know, a dozen like thin brown leeches just like start steaming and fall into the water, where they're quickly snatched up by small fish.
I think the doctors like fins do that thing where like they go up, they go to the middle, they go down, they go up again, and she just has this look of oh on her face.
I think
I'm-
Z's just happily looking at the water, just enjoy, friends.
I'm assuming that you picked up like your backpack and your book and your familiar before you stood up. That's fine.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, so standing in front of you, Z, is a dragonborn in plate mail, a triton, maybe, in a uniform that you don't recognize, and a dwarf.
You're a rather interesting group to come across in the jungle.
They have two big-ass canoes with them.
2 canoes.
What
for
did you
3
guys
people.
do? What did you guys do with the bodies, by the way?
Probably just piled them somewhere.
Yeah, there's a pile of corpses on the far side of one of the canoes as well.
Yeah. There's
Were those dead when you
Sort of.
Oh.
the living
when
dead. We
the dark plague.
yeah, that.
Terrible business.
Oh, you could tell us. There are two others that aren't here right now. There used to be three, but last night it happened.
I see. It's always difficult, but I am sure they shall enjoy a nice rest.
If only.
She kind of like hugs Henrietta a little tighter, like she's looking down again.
Quistia in pace.
Brick's looking in the direction that the soul flew off.
Which would be this way. It basically flew along the course of the river, like deeper into the jungle.
Probably would have been a lot deeper in than I was, so at that point in time, so I probably didn't see it.
No, definitely, because you came from this direction,
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. You said that it like lit up the sky as it went. In my mind, it was
No. It not like a falling star. It had a glow to it, but it was it was like it was more like a flare before it explodes, as opposed to a flare after it explodes.
Got it.
Or like a firework, if you will. Like the way that a firework goes up and kind of glows, it was more like that. You with me?
Oh.
You with me, Gamsey?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think from the comments.
Can you move your token,
Then-
by the way?
Yes.
Cool.
Then I should presume more dark plague business.
Just kind of nods.
Is that what you call it? We've taken to calling it the death curse.
Ah, yes, that second word. Bad business.
Z, you're talking about two different things. And you
I think-
you know about both of them.
Yeah. I think it's the death curse, and he goes, ow. Ow. Oh, that
Wait.
one.
That one?
That one.
There's currently 3 curses in Chult that you know about, Z. 4 if you count the lack of gods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
he literally kind of that.
You
brings
can.
up a-
You can talk about all of that. You just cannot talk about what happened to you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes, there are currently 3 curses afflicting Chult. Unfortunately.
What do you mean by 3?
Well, of course, there is the death plague, death curse. Fuck. There is the
Undead curse
an undead curse,
and the one
And then-
T.
and what happens when he tries to bring that up? Because he literally can't.
No, you can. You can talk about the one T. You can't talk about that specific dude.
Oh, I thought it was I couldn't talk about them or their plan.
You cannot talk about their plan, but you can talk about them.
And the Yonti.
I think Sula just has this despaired, flabbergasted look on her face of, oh dear god.
The Yanti are a curse as well. I figured they were just other denizens.
Well, yes and no.
There is
Um,
very little here by choice, to be clear.
There is very little that comes to Chult and stays by choice. I am among that minority.
You live out here.
Well, no, I live that way, and he like points up the river.
No, down. You were right.
Well,
Yeah.
What-
up
what I
up
mean
is
is
left, down is
don't-
right. Go ahead. Sorry, Bear.
you don't live in the port.
Oh no. Too
Chelton.
too loud, too vibrant. Me Crownswell nor Nibbles like it very much.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Nibbles. He like gestures to the Dimorphodon that's like on his shell.
Yeah, I imagine that shortly before you mention Nibbles, the Dimorphodon like flew down into the river, grabbed one of the leeches, and flew back, and is now like rather noisily eating it.
Right.
For those of you who don't know, a Dimorphodon is basically the inspiration of a wyvern. It is a four-legged dinosaur. It's a small four-legged dinosaur with a tail. It looks like an iguana, except its front limbs are wings, in the same way that a Skyrim's dragon, or a dragon from Skyrim, is like that. It's a baby feathered wyvern. They're quite cute.
Yes, they are.
As said, I am Z. And then he holds up Crownswell. And
Which
this is Crownswell.
You're gonna need to explain that to the class.
I don't know if he'd like immediately explain it to them.
Well,
But
you need to
a
explain what it is you're holding up.
He holds up a spell book. It's got like I'd say a gold trim, but it's more like oxidized the metal that lines it is more the color of oxidized copper.
Okay. So you are an Order of Scribes wizard, which means you have a special spellbook, and it can
Yes.
rudimentarily communicate. And what we have established, Gamzee and I, is Crownswell has contained within it just about every spell, for the express purpose of allowing me to reference the names of spells as a way for Crownswell to communicate. Now, Z does not have access to these spells, necessarily. It takes study and putting them together, and that's kind of his thing. And I'm still gonna make him add spells to his spell book to use, but instead of like, oh, I've never seen this spell before, it's more about deciphering the esoteric knowledge within Crownswell.
Mm-hmm.
And so to that end, when you hold the book up and you say, this is Crownswell, the three of you see the cover open, and it just automatically opens to the Friends spell.
That's fascinating. Oh, I'm Dr. Sue Lorelei.
Does Z actually know what a doctor is?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you've got like a 19 in intelligence or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a history check for me. This is not to see if you know what a doctor is, but more if you recognize her uniform.
Okay.
That's a big 10 for... Yeah, Dr. Lorelei is a member of, like, the Brotherhood of the Fountain, I believe we called it, or something like that.
Brotherhood of the Form of Life. It's a name.
They're mundane healers.
I think he just does this. A doctor of the Fountain of Life. Your organization assisted my mother many moons ago. May she rest happily.
You're the first Jolton to recognize what a doctor is, much less the Brotherhood.
Well, to be fair, I'm not particularly native. I just like it here better than other places.
Fair enough.
Go ahead.
As for me, most people call me Brick.
Strong name for a strong-looking man. It's wonderful to meet you.
Cerdith
Brick
just,
just sort of grunts.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Cerdith, Dame Cerdith Erithus.
I kind of the Raven
Nodding
Queen.
down towards the turtle.
I kind of the Raven Queen on her armor.
Ah. A dame and a partaker of the Raven Queen's blessing. Fascinating.
Makes sense why she'd be here.
I can only assume why you would have arrived to Chorulta. I must ask, you said there were two others. Where are they?
Guides from the port.
Ah.
They left last night and haven't come back.
You're familiar
Where are they?
with the guides at the port. You could probably hazard a guess at who it is. Sorry. Again, Vader.
Yeah, I think he does that. Ah. Let me, where does this river lead? I think he, like, looks up the river. Oh, is it? Oh, no. She's loud.
You know Miss Azaka?
Oh, well, I'm familiar with many of the guides. They, shall we say, well, they like preying on new people. Preying may be the wrong word, but, you get my message.
Nah, no response. But they went into the jungle last night and we haven't seen them since. I'm starting to get worried.
Well, I'm sure they're all right. They're native Chultans as well. They've been here for, well, since birth. If anything, they know this jungle better than I do, and I regularly make this trip.
I'm sorry, you regularly make this trip?
Ah, yes, it's quite a leisurely little stroll.
She like just looks flabbergasted, like blinks.
Yeah. And with that hanging in the air, I think Azaka and Shago like come around the canoe and into sight. And Azaka, as usual, is unreasonable, but Shago's got this air about him that is not great. It doesn't look like he slept. He's got you're not sure where he got it or what it's made with, but he's basically got war paint on now that he didn't have yesterday. And his trademark smile is gone. It's clear that he's going to let Azaka do the talking as they come up. And they're both business mode, right? And Azaka says, who is your friend?
Oh, this is Z.
Where did you find him?
He's in the river.
I found you, actually. Well, them.
Yes.
Are you ready to get moving?
What'd you do with the...
I can be.
I think as soon as Brick starts asking Erithus will just shove her arm in front of him.
Well, you're 15 feet away from him, so...
Oh, well, that's fair.
So, Brick, if you wanna...
Now, Brick,
I didn't hear what you said, so...
he said, what'd you do with the body?
I think Azaka puts her arm in front of Shago when you say that. And she's looking at Shago. She's not looking at you. And she just puts her arm out and then touches his chest with her fingertips. And kind of gives him a nod. And she steps forward, and she says, she doesn't answer you pointedly. Does not answer you. She says, if we get moving, we can get back to the port before sunset.
We're going back.
Yes, we're going back. Someone died.
I have a weird question.
Yo, what's up?
Does Z know anything about? Because they said the curse took him.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that Z could connect to? What kind of undead a soulless body can breed, if any?
Certainly, but what you should be asking is, what did two native Chultans do with the body? Like, that's the bigger question here.
That's where the mind is going. Like,
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, these two, like, you know both of these people.
right?
Like, you know, like, you don't like know them, but like, you know Azaka and Shaga, like, you know the reputation. Like, more to the point, especially if they're behaving like this, like, the first thought that comes to your head is not, oh, what's he gonna turn into? It's, oh, they're not telling these outsiders what they did with the body. That body is gone. Like,
Now, I'm terribly sorry, but I must. This is not my situation to take part in, but I must protest. Neither of you are acting as you should. The, as claimed, mighty Shago, from what I have heard, is not bearing his smile. You are unreasonably retreative. I demand to know what's happening.
I think Lorelai gives him like this terrified look of, oh dear God.
I think Azaka like looks at you, like, the look she gives you is like, bitch, what? And then she turns around and starts like murmuring to Shago again. Because Shago looks like he's about to start yelling. And after a minute he exhales, and he says, I'm calm, Azaka, I'm calm. And she turns back and she says, I don't think it's any business of yours.
So, I have a theory, but I don't know if Brick does.
Okay, go on.
I have a theory that there's something different about Shago.
There's absolutely something different about Shago.
Yeah.
Like, for one, his personality is changed. For another, he's dressed differently, if you can call it that. Like, Shago doesn't wear very much to begin with. But, like, yeah, he's covered in, like, Black Panther war paint now. Like, he looks like the dude from, Vader, have you ever seen Batman Beyond?
Bits and pieces.
Have you ever seen the Batman Beyond version of Kraven the Hunter? I don't remember his name.
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen Kraven the Hunter?
His name is Stalker.
Stalker, thank you. Like, Shago is, like, done up like Kraven. He's got, like, the marks on his face, he's got, like, the red and white marks on his chest, down his arms. Like, he's yeah, it's, like, clearly ceremonial thing going on. Like, I don't think you need to stretch at all to realize that Shago is not himself at the moment. Unless, did you mean, like, Shago is, like, possessed or something? Because that's a bit of a stretch. But if you're saying, like, Brick thinks that Shago is different, yeah, no, all of you do.
Shago, did you, while you two were out there,
Nothing happened to us, Sergeant. It's not advisable for you to speak to Shago right now. We should go.
Brick's
I think Sue looks to Brick, because we kind of determined last episode if we go back, this was all for nothing.
Yep. But you have to convince Azaka.
And I think she's giving him a look. Yeah, and I think she's giving Brick like a look of, do you want to tell her or do you want me to?
Brick just... I'm trying to think of the right words here. Brick, I guess Brick will just nod at the doctor saying, you can handle this.
Okay.
I think Sue inhales and steps forward a bit. We're not going back to port. Not yet, at least.
Azaka spins just long enough to give you the same bitch what look, and then she turns back to Shago and like holds both of her hands out, and she's like, she's like murmuring in Schulten. It's very clear that Shago is like barely keeping it together, and they go back and forth for a little bit. I know none of the three of you speak Schulten. Z, do you speak Schulten? Although you're pretty far away.
I was gonna ask. I've lived here for so long, wouldn't I?
Do you have it on your sheet?
I don't, because we didn't talk about that.
How many languages do you have?
3.
I mean, is one of them Schulten?
Currently, because I didn't know if I was okay to take that or not.
Yeah. If you have a language token that you haven't spent, feel free.
I do not yet.
Sorry. You never picked up the local dialect.
Also, I do speak Schulten dialect.
That's right, you speak Schulten. It's relatively easy, but I'm gonna need you to make a perception check anyway, because they are, like, murmuring. Okay, yeah. So, like, mostly Azaka is, like, trying to keep Shago calm, obviously. Shago is clearly, like, upset. When he speaks, like, his voice is, like, shaking. Shago is the type of dude, and I don't think any of you would disagree with me when I say this. Shago's the type of dude who hides his emotions behind anger.
Yep. 100%. This is the man who punches holes in drywall.
Yes. Uh-huh. He will never harm, like, some of his, like, the people that he cares about, right? He's not an abuser, and I don't want to imply that he is, but he's the dude who doesn't deal with emotions well, and so he gets angry instead. And Azaka is, like, she's not trying to placate him, per se, but she's saying things like, we have a job to do, you know, let's at least get them moving, we can steer them back to port, they don't have to know. Like, she's giving Shago an out, so that he doesn't explode, right? And then, after a moment, he, like, takes a breath, and he nods, and she turns back, and to you, Dr. Lorelai, and she says, I don't think you know what you're saying.
We go back to port. This was for nothing.
Try to see reason, Doctor. There's not much else for you out here.
We said we'd help you with something. Were we ever exactly told what?
Yeah, she has some. She has a personal effect that was stolen by the Terra folk that live in Firefinger, and she wants it back.
Scratch had let them in on it in detail.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it was said that was to help her with her lycanthropy, right?
Yeah, it was a mask that she said that she told Scratch helped her.
Yep. Didn't say how, but that it helps her.
To help you get your mask, and then we have to go to Aldani. We do have something up there.
I don't think that it is wise to continue forward.
What would returning to the port do for us?
You could resupply, find a new guide, and prepare more adequately for the dangers of the jungle.
And now you realize, oh wait, Azaka's different too. Like,
Yeah,
Azaka is never placating like this. Azaka is, like, stern and terse and, like, yeah, they're it's like somebody flipped a switch on both of them.
I think what this Sue looks to Brick like, what am I supposed to say here? I am the medic.
Like, okay, like I don't know if I want to say it out loud or not, but like, I have a theory, but I'm just not sure if it's going to come to Brick's mind.
I'm curious what your Vader theory is.
that Azaka gave Shago lycanthropy.
He doesn't. The only way that she could do that is if Shago had a visible wound, and he does not. Like, if it was, one of you guys, you could hide it under your clothes or whatever. But Shago is wearing, like, a pair of shorts, and that's it. And, like, his backpack, right? Like, if she bit him, you'd be able to see it. Unless she bit him on, like, his ass, which, as far as lycanthropy bites go, that's a pretty shitty one. No, he doesn't have a visible wound on him. I would say that's... I can kind of see it, but I don't think that is a modifier on this scene. No.
All right.
Would you be more inclined to continue if I offered to sell my services?
And who precisely are you?
I think Z's a little taken aback because he doesn't like the loud. you
Yeah.
know?
What would you say Shago would have to roll to intimidate you with that? Like, he said it louder than I did. It's just I'm not sure who's home.
Fair enough.
Like, it was like, imagine Wolverine shouting at you. That's basically what Shago did. What would you say would be the roll to scare Z?
I can almost promise you he's gonna pass this.
Right. I mean, he's got pretty good intimidate. I'm just wondering what the number would be.
And Z doesn't like yelling or getting yelled at, so it's
Okay.
probably like a 13.
Okay. And if he doesn't like getting yelled at, I would have said 9, but Shago passed either way. For the record, just in the sake of fairness, Shago got 16 on that roll, so it literally just barks who are you? Who the fuck are you?
I think
Brick's
he,
not okay with this. Brick's gonna step in front.
Okay. Yeah, Azaka's got one hand behind her. She's facing the doctor, and she's held one hand out behind her, enough.
What is fear response?
Z's fear response is tucking his head away and pointing Crownswell.
So you are literally the turtle from Disney's Robin Hood.
Kind of.
Cool, I'm into it.
He just puts Crownswell up like the whole protect me friend pose.
This isn't right. What happened to you two out there?
Azaka sighs. I think over her shoulder she says, Shago, get some water from the river. Over there. Shago starts to go around the canoe and away from you guys unless you stop him. And if you don't stop him, when he's out of earshot, Azaka sighs and she says, speaking frankly, he's not dealing with this well. And neither am I.
I imagined. Sue Lorelai knows she doesn't know how to do the Chilton comfort thing, and she doesn't want to try mainland Chilton.
Nothing
The
happened
mainland
to
comfort
a
thing.
sergeant except an associate in my case and a friend in his case died yesterday. I don't think it's so out of the ordinary.
Grief can change a person.
If you are wondering where we have been, it's ensuring that what used to be Scratch doesn't attack us. And you think that's easy?
Brick sort of tenses at that, and then little realization, having to deal with something like that, he thinks if he had to dismember Sparky,
Yeah, exactly.
okay, I get it.
I got a pen.
What?
Sorry, I was way too into the mindset there.
I don't know what you said.
I know. I think Z, like, squeaks, I may be able to help balance him out.
He like looks at him like, what?
Well, I'd call myself an advanced magic user, but my skills are rather common. My
Shago
skill
is in
level.
no state to work. I am suggesting we go back to port for him, not you. Or was that not clear, Sergeant? Doctor.
How long have we been traveling?
On this journey, a couple days. This is the dawn of the third day.
Dun dun.
Yeah, right.
The clock tower music intensifies.
I couldn't help it.
Traveling for 3 days. It'll take us 3 days to get back.
If we travel quickly, it will take less.
If we travel quickly, who knows what that'll draw to us.
No, she's right. Azaka's right.
I think she looks back at him like, didn't we literally talk about this last night?
Shago. He's not okay. I get that.
Alright.
But
I
we're
frankly don't know
losing
how to
time
help
and
him.
resources if we turn back. That's the decision we have to make right now.
Yes, we give up time and resources. You give up a guide.
She, like, gestures.
I understand this. I would not be standing here if it weren't for the fact that you can't hurt me. What chance do any of you have? Maybe,
And she, like, gestures at Cyrodiil.
maybe you, but the rest of you?
I'm sorry, why can't they hurt you?
Once more, see yourself out of this conversation, or I will show you out.
I think he does like that sad turtle face and just turns around and sits with Crownswell.
You found your way into a rather awkward morning, traveler. But I can see you safely back to the port.
She turns back to Brick.
He attacked me.
I think Sue like gives her a look of like, wait, dead ass.
She nods.
I didn't do anything, but... Do you honestly want that in the jungle with you?
You have a point.
If you know how to help him, fine, fair enough. Fix him and we'll go. But... he's... I don't know. And I don't know the word in your language for it either. Broken, I guess?
So, question.
Grieving.
Go ahead.
I know we've discussed trauma doctor before, but I can't ever remember if it's like physical trauma or mental and emotional trauma. Or
I
if
think
if it's
I
a
think
mix of
it's
both.
reasonable that you can. You're definitely trained in like meatball surgery, right? 100%. I think it's reasonable that you're also trained in de-escalation.
It'd be an
Then I
important
think
skill
Sulora,
if
like-
someone.
Absolutely.
It'd be an important skill if someone woke up during surgery.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Then I think Sue Lorelai, like, kind of, once Z throws out grieving, I think she goes traumatized, probably. Then trauma isn't something that can exactly be fixed in a day. It's something that, depending on how deep it goes, No. We have to turn back. Especially if we want... And Sue, like, starts mumbling to herself, trying to think.
If you have a solution, Doctor, you are the expert here.
Can I just say that accent is hard? Azaka's accent is hard.
I imagine.
Doctor, you're probably the only one he'll listen to right now.
Oop, sorry, I didn't mean for that to live roll.
No worries. What are you rolling?
That was my sinner thing.
Gotcha.
If you want to talk
I think
to him, you should.
I can tell you what I
think
know,
she'd
but it
nod.
not much.
Tell me what you know, anything can help.
While this is happening, I imagine Erithus is looking off in the direction of Shago. It's
Yeah, like
a-
you guys, anybody who, like, the canoes are not blocking your vision, they're canoes. Like, anybody who looks over there can see Shago just, like, sitting on his feet, staring into the river, occasionally throwing a rock in it.
Right. Well, Erithus is staring. It's like a not pity, but it's like a look of sad understanding.
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Azaka says,
He has not told me much. I don't think he can. But he blames himself. I don't know what happened before I arrived,
she, like, gestures at the campfire, like, here.
but he said something about they targeted Scratch.
I gotta ask.
They did.
That would that click anything for Z?
You haven't examined the
'Cause that's a-
bodies, you don't know what she's talking about.
I mean, still, that's
Brick.
weird. There's got to be some history, something.
Not until you know what
Rick-
attacked him.
I was about to say, without actually seeing the body, even thinking that that's weird wouldn't give.
Yeah,
him
like,
anything.
yeah, no, like, yeah, okay, animal. But one second, Vader, I will let you speak, but 1 second. That being said, Z, Shaco is a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like an animal or whatever, like, yeah, it would probably ignore Shago or try to get around him to an easier target, depending on what it was. Like, Shago's a beefy lad.
Mm-hmm.
Shago is, with the possible exception of Brick, like, pound for pound the biggest dude here.
Z doesn't know anything about Scratch, so he can't make an assumption like that.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, her saying that, like, and Shago saying that, like, that could just be, like, trauma talking. Like, you need more information, which you just do not have. Sorry, friend. You were going to say, Vader.
Brick's actually gonna hold out the profane insignia they got, and it's like, one of them was carrying this.
I think Asaka goes to, like, push past Dr. Lorelei and take it.
She allows her pass. She isn't going to stop her.
Takes it, looks at it. Just scribble, means nothing to me.
The Dane.
There.
Z.
recognized it.
Well, I think Erithus would cut in at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It is your old gods,
No, it's not.
but
What?
profaned.
What? What? No, hold on. What?
I think
Miss Erithus
nice.
here
That would
said-
kind of catch.
Yeah, I think you say that, and Asaka's like turning the symbol over in her hands, trying to like get it the right way around. She like squints at it. She's like,
No, it's different. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is someone very, very powerful wanted Scratch and Shago dead.
I think Sue pulls out her book because she drew a sketch of it too and shows it to Z.
Okay. Z, can you make a religion check for me, please?
That's not very.
Off chance, do you wanna make that with the bishop? The bishop is proficient.
You know what? Sure.
It'd be a total of +3.
To that?
No, it would be its own roll with +3.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I imagine while the doctor's showing Z the symbol, my character would probably be explaining to Azaka basically what happened at the start of the fight and all.
Okay, so do that then.
This is.
Ow!
I feel cheated.
Ouch.
I
feel
gave you
cheated.
the best out that I could, dog.
I know, I feel weirdly I feel more cheated than I did about Scratch's death.
Like, wow.
I just
Yeah,
imagine
Farrakhan.
Z's brain just like temporarily halts for a second, like
I
just
know.
like staring, like ah.
So I think the bishop just doesn't react.
Mm.
But yeah, you have not seen this symbol before. So anyway, go ahead, Cyrodiil.
We were immediately ambushed. They kidnapped the doctor and they easily had a chance to kill her, but they did not. They
What do you
instead
mean they
immediately went
didn't?
towards Shago and Scratch.
They went after Scratch out of the shadow.
Agreed, but they clearly wanted to kill Shago as well.
Scratch had the magic knife things, and Shago doesn't die easily. Could it have just been a matter of priority?
No,
Bricks
these are white.
think for a second and wait.
Wow.
Could it have been this? And he pulls out the token of the Utepka Society.
Does that just go inside it? I can't believe I'm asking this, but what did he do?
No, we got it from someone else who we helped import.
Alright, what did they do? That token that you're carrying is it's a harbinger of, well,
I'm blanking. I am blanking on the word. Azaka's not. The thing that happens when you get your comeuppance. I'm stuck on renegade, and that is not at all the right word.
I don't know what it is.
It starts with an R.
Retribution.
Retribution. Thank you.
I was gonna say recompense.
retribution.
Out of character. Did we? I'm pretty sure we never actually found out what the guy did.
You
we just found
got
out what we
this
had to do to
token.
save
You
him.
did not get this token from him. You got this token from Wakanga.
That's
Oh.
it.
Well, no, and yes. We got the token. Scratch got the token from him because he showed the token to Scratch, and then Scratch pocketed it, rushed him to the Golden Throne, and then Wakanga took it and enchanted it to be a walkie-talkie.
Yes.
It was the die maker. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Neither can I. That's okay. The die maker.
Yeah, it's like
Gomala. I have his name in my notes.
Amala.
Omala. Yes, that's right. Omala.
A friend of Scratch's apparently did something to anger one of the princes.
I don't think Cyrodiil knows that.
Yeah.
I
Why
don't
would
think-
why would
yeah,
Cyrodiil
that was
know
after.
that?
Yeah, sorry.
Sparky maybe.
Yeah,
but
my,
not,
sorry.
yeah. No worries.
Yeah, I know about the walkie-talkie. I was there for that.
Yeah,
but yeah, you're right.
I think
sorry.
Azaka shakes her
I was
head.
thinking of-
She says,
The Utepka Society would never employ the undead. Not that way. Besides,
The only other idea I had was that it was the Fists commander at the fort, but then they would have been after me, not Scratch.
that would explain Shago, though.
Yeah. Scratch did meet with Porter. I don't know what they did.
Doesn't matter now.
I just had several
Whoever-
things. I can't say anything. Fuck.
Go ahead. What do you got, Sibs?
Porter knew about where the floating rock came from.
True.
And Scratch showed Porter, so Porter knew Scratch knew.
True.
And Brick got let in on the whole shtick.
Brick, did you get attacked at all?
No.
I was gonna say, like,
Well,
Rick,
if
Rick got only attacked by the lesser zombies.
Not by the whites.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the sticking point with that, like, I do agree with, like, you know, taking the GM hat off for a minute, right? Because I don't want to spoil what's actually going on, but I can follow Brick's logic. If this came from Porter, then they would be going for Shago and Brick, because Shago and Brick, if they go down, the rest of you guys are fucked, right? Like think about it, right? Realistically, Porter doesn't know that Azaka's with you, but out in the jungle,
You wouldn't know about Erithus either.
she wouldn't know about Erithus either. So if Porter took out Brick and Shago, Scratch and the Doctor are screwed, right? Like, so if it was an assassination from the Yara Porter, Brick would have been targeted, and he wasn't. Also, they had the Doctor dead to rights and left her.
Yeah.
They didn't leave Scratch.
Yeah, and if they were trying to kill the whole party, they would have tried to, like, they would have gone for the Doctor then and there.
True.
They got her, and she couldn't even scream before they had her almost dead.
But he didn't go for the coup de grace.
Yeah.
And that wasn't me being merciful. That was literally, like, their motivation. Like, I'm gonna let you guys know, like, that was not. Don't dismiss that as, oh, Kit was being nice. That's a clue. Purposefully, I did that on purpose.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's
I
funny.
stayed long enough.
At this point, Erithus would just turn back to Azaka. Whoever did it had the ability to control the whites. That is not something that a low-power person could do.
Could they not have controlled themselves?
Whites make a deal with someone.
No. You're thinking.
Well,
You're
would I not
thinking.
know that? Because I thought they reached out to deities and all.
The,
You're
the info you got was that they are
you're-
created with a purpose in mind.
You are getting your
Okay.
undead confused.
Oh, well, okay, that's me messing up then.
Yeah, you're thinking
Okay.
of a revenant.
Oh, oops.
No worries.
Okay. No. Whites are created with a specific purpose in mind. They will do anything within their power to execute said purpose. If they wanted us all dead, they would have killed the Doctor before we even knew they were really here.
So it wanted Scratch and Shago.
Yes.
So what did... they're Chilton? I don't know what else they have that the rest of you don't.
Hey, I'm sorry to re-enter this conversation, madam, but I do have some information that might be useful. There is another group, and I am...
Is the talking lizard a friend of yours?
I'm tried to kill us yet.
That does seem to be a rarity out in this jungle.
I don't disagree with you.
Let him talk.
Very well.
I cannot explain it, and I am desperately, desperately sorry, but the Yonti,
You on TR, you magic users.
did either of them create any sort of enemies among the group? Give them reason to target them? Did they know anything out
No
of the
worse than I
ordinary?
did.
Can I get a refresher again on the Wanty? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember.
Sure.
You did.
The Yanti are snake hybrid entities. They're their own culture. They have like a society, but they tend to be evil and they hunt Joltons for sport.
So odds are good. Then my character really would have no idea what a Yanti is in general.
No, I think you didn't come to Chol ignorant. And the Yanti, it's like
True.
you go to Chol and it's like, okay, 3 things you need to know, not counting the death curse because nobody knows about that. Go to Chol, 3 things you need to worry about: big ass lizards, undead, and snake people. So yeah, you probably know a bit.
Okay.
We did run into
I think I had mentioned the Yanti, or if this would kind of, I guess, kind of like roll the shoulders, recognizing that. Then, like, oh,
First of all,
We did run into them on our way back from the fort.
Did they have any? Either of them have any special objectives out of the
Wait.
ordinary? Sorry.
Yep.
first of all, this far into the jungle, you do not say their name. They have spies. Second of all, you don't give them the honor of a name in front of me, or any native Chilton. Thirdly, if they were sent by the demons, why didn't they attack me?
That is what I am asking. Did they have any extraordinary goals, information, abilities?
They were after the doctor. They tried to kidnap her.
We've done it before in the past. They thought
But
I was a
again, unless they wanted the doctor alive,
How did you drive them back?
I sicked a horde of ghouls on them.
You did what?
And then he sicked a horde of ghouls on us. Moving on.
You did.
This was
No.
2 different incidents. You weren't there the first one.
No, but the sergeant has a habit of calling down ghouls.
It worked that time.
It worked the
I-
second time too.
why would they then not go after you, Sergeant? You were the one who caused.
That's
the
what I'm
issue.
wondering.
Because they assumed I was a Triton, and apparently they like to use Tritons as labor.
Wait, are you not a
Ah.
Triton?
So I'm a
Nice.
water
What?
ganassi.
What's the difference?
Does
Pulls out the field anatomy book.
does Z know the difference?
Yeah.
Oh, you're of primordial descent.
Yep, that's the main difference.
I thought you were a
think-
talking fish. You are a talking fish.
Fins twitch.
I think Z like.
Elemental.
Sorry.
Fish elemental.
I think Z like looks at
Fins.
her. I think Z looks at the doctor and says in Aquan, "Then we are of like kind."
I think
I think she, like, smiles for a
Azaka.
second.
Sorry, I think Azaka grins at you, Dr. Lorelei, and she's got like the 4 fangs, and she says,
And I'm a cat elemental.
You're a what?
Nothing.
People all terrify me.
I think Sue like kind of gets that I think Azaka's messing with the doctor.
that is
at
the
this point.
closest that Azaka has ever come to making a joke. Yes.
I think like
took Scratch dying.
I think Sue like registers this finally and starts chuckling a little.
Doctor, I sincerely doubt
Yeah?
the.
And apparently now I'm a Torm elemental.
I sincerely doubt that the demons care about your specific anatomy.
Here's the thing: if they want something strong, I am literally the exact opposite of what they want.
No, but you could be a breeding slave.
Unfortunately. Oh,
Erithus is like, for a split second, it's like, yeah.
There's a
I-
reason we call them demons.
If
Fair enough.
So, circling back, what are we going to do about Shago?
I'll go talk to him. I'll see what he wants to do.
What he wants to do is kill everything and turn this area into a barren wasteland.
sorry, don't mind me.
Be careful, Doctor.
I think before
And,
Doc
yeah, I
goes
think she's-
over, Erithus would put like a hand on her shoulder.
Okay.
Doctor, just be careful. When one is trapped within deep grief, many things can be suddenly possible. Like, she's kind of saying it with just, I don't know, like a tone of just, like, she's not believing it or anything. It's just like, it's the simple truth to her, if that makes sense.
I need to get up for a minute, talk
That
amongst
makes
yourselves.
sense. Yeah, I think Sue like nods back. All right, understandable. Thank you, Lady Erithus. Seradeth, Erith.
Whichever you guys find easier to say.
I can't remember which way it goes. Sometimes that's on me. I'm sorry.
It's cool. Seradeth and then Erithus. So first name, then last. So it'll
All
be Lady
right.
Erithus.
Time. Got it. Oh boy, time for me to play literal doctor for. I used to be good at this, but it's been a hot minute since I've actually had to do it.
Oh.
I like Z so far, hon.
I do too. He's fun.
When he's not getting bitched out by Azaka and shouted at by Shago.
To be fair, suddenly, as far as they two know, some random turtle thing showed up and is like trying to insert itself in the group, seemingly. And in Schultz, that is definitely a moment.
For Z, that was more so just like, hey, I'm gonna be friendly because they seem like they want to keep going, so I'm gonna be friendly, try to help, and then he heard this, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, but think about it from their perspective. If you're being friendly, you just suddenly show up out in the middle of nowhere. What the fuck do you want?
Plus reptile. We've kind of all come to the conclusion that children don't like reptiles. Fucking racists. No, I'm kidding. Kidding.
Isn't that more speciesist?
Well, I don't know. I mean, technically,
Or is that like genus? Since it's more like the overall category.
technically, the party is made up of different races. So I guess if you're against a race, like if you're a human and you are fervently against elves, you're still racist by terminology.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Although, then again, I guess there are. Well, I don't know. Maybe we're getting a little too close towards actual biology and thus getting into squick factors. So maybe we stay out of that tunnel.
Yeah, let's stay away
can
from
worry
that subject.
about this- we can worry about this some other time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how do you guys feel about tonight so far?
I think it's going well, but yeah, like I said, I would think just from Azaka and Shago's viewpoint, it's like this weird turtle thing just suddenly showed up as acting friendly. That's always going to suddenly be a bit of, like, what the fuck is going on here territory.
I'm trying to play Z to what he is, and
Oh, no. I think you're doing great, Gam.
he's a hermit.
It's just, the others not knowing you at all, they're gonna be just wondering, why is this thing being friendly? What does it
Oh yeah,
want?
totally.
That's what I'm saying.
You got like special treatment when you first arrived because you proved yourself to Shago and got recommendations from an important person in the port. I'm just, oh hello, Mr. Riverman.
Yeah. Well, and especially with what just happened, they're probably going to be very much on guard with anything.
Yeah. I like how we all have theories about like who sent the whites after us, and it's probably going to be like so far off, but so much worse when we find out who actually did it. It's gonna be like, oh, so Porter isn't trying to kill us, but someone significantly worse is.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think with that profane symbol thing, it's like probably going to be one of those we wish it was Porter instead type deals.
I'm still all for the excuse to beat Porter's face in. The doctor isn't, but Sibs the player is.
Well, I mean, Hawk the player wants to beat the shit out of Porter. Cyrodiil is wondering who the fuck's Porter.
We should probably find a chance to catch everyone up.
Hockey. Fuck Porter. All my homies hate Porter. Cyrodiil. Whomst the fucketh? Oh no.
What'd
There we
you
go.
do?
I lost sound in one ear for a second.
Good job.
Oh, excuse me. Hopefully everything is okay.
Yeah. Hello.
I am back. I've been gifted food. What did I miss?
Talking about
Oh, go ahead.
reptiles, talking about how everyone's doing, talking about Z, and talking about how we're thinking, how we all have theories, and how even when they prove to be wrong, we're all gonna be like, "Oh, sweet God, we wish it was Porter."
I mean, you're not wrong.
Because from the sound of it, most of us want to beat the fuck out of Porter.
Also,
Well, again, Hawk the player does. Cyrodiil is like, again, whom's the fuck is Porter?
Right. So what's the play? What do you guys want to do?
Sue is gonna go talk to Shago, or at least try.
And thank you guys for keeping things moving while I had to get up.
We tried. So yeah, with Cyrodiil having given Doctor her advice, she's gonna start walking over, step over the
Okay.
canoes, and just.
Anybody else want to
She's
do
gonna
anything?
kind of wait.
Or do you want to cut over to that?
I mean, that can happen first, but I think Z wants to check out the bodies because he heard mention of white.
Okay, they're over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. Lorelai, you head over to Shago, and Shago's just like not collecting water. He's just like sitting on the bank, like he's doing that thing where you put your feet together and your butt's sticking out, but you're kind of crouching.
What you're talking about?
Oh, the Slav squat.
Basically.
like you're on the ball
I need
with
to
your
clarify
feet.
something earlier. I said that pound for pound, Shago was like one of the biggest people in this group. I need to clarify that. He's lanky, and it's like whipcord muscle.
It's like lean muscle. It's the muscles that are meant to burn energy fast and go hard.
Uh-huh.
He's the type of person that is truly and ungodly terrifying if you give him a whip.
Well, I mean, he's pretty handy with the spear, but yeah. So I think he looks over at you, Doctor, and he nods, and he says, "Did the others send you as a peace offering, Doctor?"
I think she kind of chuckles a little nervously, and she's like, "No, I just wanted to check on you."
I'm not going to hurt you if that's what you're asking.
I didn't think you would, and I think she like walks over next to him and like kind of kneels down.
Mm-hmm. Is this the
I'm
part where you ask me
sorry.
questions? Ask me where it hurts.
I'm sorry, repeat.
He says, is this the part where you ask me questions, like, where does it hurt?
I first wanted to say I'm sorry for not being able to do anything.
I think Shago, like, takes a couple of difficult breaths and, like, looks away from you, like, stares out into the river. He says, I don't understand, Doctor. I've seen what you can do. You were right there.
I was attacked and I was taken down. And I'm sorry. I know that
I'm not going to tell you that's not good enough. That's not fair to you. But I've seen you work miracles.
I wouldn't call it miracles. It's just my job.
Out of character, to be fair, there was basically nothing the doctor could have done to stop that.
Sure, but Shago doesn't know that.
I mean, Shago has seen her like save people from fates that should have killed them anyway.
Well, Shago didn't see it, but she saved the entire crew of a ship from sharks.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
but like, he's not angry. He's just like, I don't understand what was different, right? Like, I mean, he
He's
is
having
angry,
trouble
but he's not angry with the
processing
doctor.
Yeah, he isn't angry with the doctor, he's angry with the circumstances around it.
Because he doesn't understand. Yeah. It's like, it's exactly the same thing as transporting Benjamin Franklin into the year 2020 and him saying, why don't you have flying cars? You have all of this other stuff. Why don't you have what's the difference? That's what Shago is saying. Like, I don't have a frame of reference for what you did. Obviously it didn't work, but I don't get it, and the fact that I don't understand makes me angry, right?
My specialty, Shago, is trauma. I'm a field doctor.
Then why didn't you fix him? We're in the field.
I did what I could, but in the span of a moment, one spell is all I can do without having to recharge it and let it reset. Trying to repeatedly cast magic can do terrible things to a person's body.
But now he's dead.
I know, and I feel terrible about it.
I am asking you, Doctor, not berating you. Is it your fault?
Are you asking me as the doctor, or are you asking me as Zulisu Lorelei?
I am asking the beautiful woman sitting beside me.
I think her face only goes a little purple this time. It's not like the dark purple it
Right.
goes every time. Well, Zulisu Lorelei absolutely believes it's her fault. And I get to go back to Madame Red and tell her I failed her grandson.
I have to tell all of the port, so, trade you. I have to tell Prince Otamu.
I'll
Whoever-
come with you for that one if you'd like.
And whoever else Stracho's money to.
That's gonna take a couple of days.
Yeah, right?
I think that's going to take a couple weeks.
I don't understand. I have seen beasts attack. I have had doomed expeditions. Doctor, I have brought people into the jungle and they have met their end. I am used to that. What I don't understand is how, in this instant, beasts, they fight, but they don't think. Not like we do. Not. We can leverage what we know, how we think against them. And in my head, I see this. What do you call it? You said zombie before.
We actually know what those ones in the armor are called now. Miss Dame Erithis knows that they're called the Whites, and it's pretty bad.
May I call it a beast, Doctor? Is that disrespectful?
Call it a beast. I don't.
I saw the beast turn away from me and leap on Scratch, and I thought, fair enough, you fool. You face the end of the spirit of the mighty Shago. You have your back to me, you're going to die. I saw you standing behind him, Doctor. I thought the victory was ours. The next thing I know, Scratch is gone. It does not make sense.
Would it make sense for Sue to describe, like, the way Scratch died? Would that have literally just been instant death?
You were unconscious.
Yeah. Right. I had been knocked unconscious. I was trying to get in there and get Scratch to a point where he could survive that, but even with magic, I wasn't able to.
So magic has limits.
Magic absolutely has its limits. I can only do so much of it. That's why I'm a field medic. That's why I specialize with those healing kits. But even then, there's only so much medicine can do.
Forgive me, Doctor. I thought if you were here, we were invulnerable.
That would be ideal, wouldn't it?
I thought it was true. So he's gone then.
I think she nods. And I'm sorry.
You will forgive me for my next question, Doctor. Who do I kill?
And I think she looked. Well, that's what we were trying to figure out over there. Because those beasts, as you call them, Shago, they aren't mindless. Those kind of dead things are raised with a purpose. They had me dead to right at a point. They didn't go after me. They just immediately went after you and Scratch.
Assassins.
I guess? Undead assassins?
Azaka, we're not going back to the port. What? Why? Because if I go back to the port, I'm going to kill Queothe.
Queothe? What?
I think Azaka's like turned to look at the two of you like, what the fuck? Queothe wants my head, Scratch told me. The only reason I'm traveling with you is because he took the contract.
Could Queothe even get powerful enough magic like that?
Queothe cavorts with demons. Literal demons, not the snake people.
Oh my.
I have actually forgotten about that.
Shago, you're in no state to
fair,
continue on. I'm not going back. Until I'm sure. And then I'm killing the prince.
You don't think that you can actually...
I will do it, Azaka.
I don't know for a fact that it
If
was
it comes down to that, I'll help.
Rick.
So wait, would this actually be loud enough that Brick would hear? Well, yeah, I guess he would.
I'm right next to Daka, so.
Yeah. Would it be loud enough for Z and me to hear as well, or no?
Probably. Sorry, I haven't eaten all day and I've got food in front of me.
Basically,
No, it's fine.
Shago just made a declaration to the jungle, and when I do, I'm going to kill Quaothe.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
that's as bad
I
as
think
it...
they're-
That is exactly as bad as you think it is, Sibs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Sue is like now trying to de-escalate. Well, we don't know for a fact that it was that prince. For all we know, it could be something else.
I think at the mention, like, hearing of demons and Quaothe, Erithus would turn around. She is the one who raises the undead. Like, she would shout that back, like, tense,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Kind of like, the fuck you say?
Oh no!
I wouldn't put it past her. Assassins, they must go through my mother. But if she took matters into her own hands, she must bypass the laws. What better way than undead servants?
Shaka, you're guessing.
Do you have a better guess, Azaka?
It makes more sense than anything else. Especially since Scratch was carrying the coin.
Well, oh, that's a good point. I think Erithus would also come, by now, would be starting to walk towards Shago.
Mhm.
Use finger
Does Erithus actually have the symbol in her hand, or I think she does? The one we found on them?
No. Brick had it, and he gave it to Azaka, and Azaka has it.
Yeah.
You have the drawing of it though.
Doctor.
So let's put
Yeah.
a pin in. Let's put a pin in this for just a second, because while this is happening, Z is going to be examining the bodies. Now, I have a question before I let Z make some rolls. Did you just pile them up randomly, or how did this go, Brick?
Probably we piled the zombies first, then the whites.
So the whites were on top. Did you do anything with them, or did you just throw them on the pile?
I think to examine, I think Erithus would have at least made sure that the whites were next to the pile, if that makes sense.
No.
Because they're, well, as in weren't just thrown on the pile. Like the ghouls will be all together, and then the whites will be kind of laid next to the pile.
There weren't any ghouls in this altercation.
Zombies.
Oh, zombies. Okay, wrong word. Sorry.
Important distinction.
Very much so.
That is fair. That's me being off my words.
Fair enough.
Ghouls fuck shit up.
What
Zombies say you haven't hurt me yet.
What I'm asking is, did you do anything to the remains, or did you just kind of throw them in the pile?
Brick wouldn't have, but if Erithus wants to say oh yeah, she would have burned them or something, but Brick doesn't know any better.
You don't have the means to burn them. That would have been a whole thing that you worked through the night to do. You couldn't do it on the campfire, and nobody said that. So I'm gonna stamp that out pretty hard. But if you did something regarding the pile of dead everything, Cyrodiff, I need to know. Excuse me.
Quick reminder in D&D, is it kind of, for lack of a term, the same as with normal, cultural zombies, as in you take off the head, you can be sure it's not coming back?
Make a religion check. You're not sure.
Sorry, what?
You're not sure.
Okay, fair enough. If she's not sure, I don't think then she would bother going through the effort, but she would not be letting her guard down around them.
Fair.
That's part of the reason why at the beginning she went with the turtle, when the turtle's like, oh, I want to see what's over here.
Okay, fair enough. So, Z, in front of you, you have a pile of 10 corpses. They have all suffered battle damage. The top two are armored with long swords that mechanically long swords, stylistically like
Serrated scimitar.
serrated
right?
scimitars. Thank you. The bottom 8 just look like corpses pulled out of fresh ground, of which there is no shortage of in the Cholton jungle.
Right.
Make a history check. Okay. You can ask me 2 questions. At this point, Z knows everything that Scratch knows about this altercation.
Okay.
But that's not a lot.
Right. So I still am of the opinion there's no wasted questions.
There's no what?
There's no wasted questions. Any information
Fair.
is helpful information.
I agree, 100%.
So I have to ask, after taking a look at one of these, do I know if if he can really make these, or the Yuan-Ti at large?
Can the Yuan-Ti implore necromancers? Yes. There is nothing about any of these corpses that belies Yuan-Ti involvement more so than another necromantic source. But then again, if you're going to employ specific undead in an area full of wild undead, why would you emblazon them with your crest, right?
Right. Okay. See, that's still helpful. Then I have no idea what else to ask.
You got one more.
What should I ask? What should I ask?
I must have been hungry because this is really good. Sorry.
I'm sorry, bitch. When did you eat last?
Yesterday?
My point exactly, motherfucker.
Anyway.
Make a suggestion if nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just what Brick would ask is, are they fully dead at this point?
Meaning, like, are they decayed bodies, or
Are they no longer of the unliving? Of the undead? Are they mostly dead, or are they all dead?
Are they likely to come back up and try to?
Are they
going to
come back up as Crimson Heads in the second act?
well, let's hope not. But I already have a plan for that.
You want to ask that second question? Or do you have a different one?
I have one in mind that
Then ask it.
Vader just inspired.
Ask your
Are
question.
Are they too dead to recognize racially?
No.
Whoa. I'd ask, what are they?
The zombies are kind of fucked up.
Right.
I will say, when none of these corpses could you be like, alas, Yorick, I knew him well. Like, you cannot identify any of these motherfuckers.
Right.
But,
As people, they are unrecognizable. But as
right. I'm getting to
their-
that. I'm getting to that.
Sorry.
The zombies, if they're not human, they're a human offshoot. But they're probably human.
Okay.
The whites are certainly human. Their skin has been bleached white, like white. Their hair has been bleached white, but they're obviously, like, bone structure-wise, human and probably Cholton.
Interesting. So,
Mhm.
if I was here for the big day, shall we say?
Missed it by about 8 hours.
Right. But they mentioned this, so I think this is fair for me to ask.
Mhm.
Would Z know, like, specific groups that may want to wear such a banner? Because I don't think that the Yanti probably weren't, right?
You're talking about the profaned.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, you didn't recognize the banner.
Right. I'm not asking do I recognize it? I'm saying, do I know of any groups that would wear such a thing?
Remind me, did any of the PCs say what it was verbally in front of Z?
Yeah.
Arithis did.
Okay. Then fair cop.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, make sure you're rolling as your character because you're not currently.
Oh, right. Sorry, I switched that back because I was going to say something and then I didn't.
No worries.
Okay.
So I would say yes, but it is the wizardiest answer you could think of.
What?
The only group that would carry profaned symbols of Ubtao would be those who suffered because of Ubtao. Which means these whites are old as fuck, like pre-spell plague. When Ubtao was here.
So at the time that I'm doing this investigating, Erithis would still be by, right?
No. I was about to say, you get this information probably about when they were shouting back and forth.
Ah, okay.
God, they're about to fucking ruin someone's day.
They have more of that symbol on them, yeah? The
Mm-mm.
whites?
Nope.
No?
Right now, Brick has the only symbol marking that we found.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
Now, the doctor made a drawing, so we got another, but that's all we got.
Correct.
Now, I want to check. Actually, are these two gonna stay down?
Make a Arcana check. I'm giving you a gimme here. This should be religion, but I'm gonna help you out. The necromantic power that was like if there was a necromantic energy powering these corpses before, which you only have hearsay on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny the whites look like undead, like dragoons, right? Like they look like how you expect a powerful undead to look, right? But if there was necromantic energy in these entities before, it is gone. However, they are still suitable vessels for necromantic energy.
I think at this point, at that point, he's just gonna like wait for them to stop shouting so he can ask a question of them.
So you see Cyrodiil walk over. You see Azaka and Brick like looking at Shago like, "The fuck?" Brick is like, "I'll help you," and then yeah,
The doctor is.
yeah, and Cyrodiil, you were gonna say something.
Cyrodiil would tell Doctor, show him the symbol you drew.
And yeah, she'll fish out the notebook and she'll show it to Shago.
You have a moment, Z.
Apologies, briefly, if I may.
Brick would look back.
Azaka looks over with a quirked eyebrow.
I have
Before
gathered...
you say anything else, is it moving?
No,
Go
but
on.
it could. But it is still a valid vessel, and I would like to burn them.
I think Azaka turns to you, Brick, like, doesn't say anything, just like looks at you like, you answer this.
We don't want them coming back up, do we?
Not particularly, unless you want to interrogate them. If they come back, will they be the same?
Well, no, but also yes. They will have a new purpose, but they will be just as dangerous as before.
Will they remember?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I
they
don't-
wouldn't. They wouldn't, no.
I don't think... No, they wouldn't.
I have no objection, Sergeant.
Let's get rid of them.
That is going to take several hours, you understand?
Yeah.
So she turns her head, and in Cholton, she says, "Shago, we're staying here for a bit." And Shago whips around like, "What? Why?"
We need to make sure this doesn't happen again.
"Fine, I'll keep watch."
For hours?
"Yes."
You haven't slept, Shago.
"Did I stutter?" "I will keep watch." And Asaka like does that like, "I am so done with you," like turn back to Brick, and she nods and starts walking over to Z.
Yeah.
I
Brick would join them.
think Z like opens Crownswell, just shotgun grasp. If you let me,
No.
would that work?
No.
No. Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Shocking grasp, point blank through tender, might cause a spark.
But how about scorching grasp?
You need to build a pyre first.
Fair enough.
So you guys can set to work, like, gathering palm fronds and, like, sturdy stick. I'm just warning you guys now. You either want to build this so big that you can burn all of them at once, or you're going to be making con saves because it's going to fucking stink.
I say we build it big enough to burn them all at once. So I think Sue's gonna like start gathering sticks.
Well, did we ever have a chance to show Shago the symbol?
Yeah, but he doesn't recognize it. Doesn't mean anything to him.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. So if you want to build a pyre big enough for 10 bodies, this thing, it's literally going to be like this big. Like, it's so big.
Christ.
The amount of fuel you're going to need, like, you guys are going to be at this for literally all day. Which, I mean, is fine with me.
I'm stupid. I realized something.
Hmm.
I have the stars. I took them from Scratch's body.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That would
That would-
probably speed up the process a wee bit.
Not really, because unless you want to hold the star to their body, until it disintegrates and slowly carve your way through like you're using the eraser tool on a fine setting. All that's going to do is the same thing that Z is proposing, which is start the process with a spell, which is fine, but you still have to build the pyre so that they actually burn.
Fair.
But yeah, if you guys want to spend the day, like, clear-cutting and constructing this pyre, like, Azaka will talk you guys through it, because she just made one, for fuck's sake. But it will be literally sunset by the time you guys, like, light it. And then it's gonna be like, we can't stay here, so you're gonna be traveling through the night. Is that what you guys want to do?
Honestly, yeah. We've got dark vision.
You could, we could set it
Who
all
in
up.
the party has dark vision, Brick? Wait a minute.
Brick and
I do.
Erithus.
Right, and Azaka. I keep forgetting that Erithus has dark vision because she does it naturally. Go ahead. Jim.
Yeah, no, she got it from their
I
armor.
was
Yeah.
gonna say, we could just get this all set up and then, like, burn it in the morning when we're getting ready to leave.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's kind of like one of those. I imagine we'd keep more people on watch just because if we're worried about them coming back, we probably wouldn't feel that comfortable going to sleep
Yeah.
right next to them.
That's fair.
You might not have a choice, though.
True.
So either way, we're gonna jump cut to the evening sun instead of the morning sun. Mark off a ration. Mark off your water.
Got it.
Excuse me. And somebody, I don't care who, roll a D100.
I'll do it.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, then I'm going to say nothing happens, because that would just be Z. So, the day passes uneventfully. You clear-cut the majority of this area. Like, the sun beats down brightly overhead by the time you guys have clear-cut this section of the river. You construct this big pyre. You put a like a mud clay like roof around it so that it retains the heat and burns everything through. You like fill it full, and then yeah, by the time we come back to the show, you guys have done it, and now all that's left is to light it and then decide what you're gonna do. Unless you guys had some conversations you wanted to do through the day.
Not particularly.
Sue is mostly just keeping an eye on Shago, trying to check how he's doing. Like,
The only thing that I would
Someone
mention is
does.
Azaka is going to make sure that you guys want to destroy the swords as well, because those are nice swords, and nice swords are hard to come by.
Those would probably be good to keep, I think.
yeah, no, Sue is going to like go in the jungle. Like, you take what you can, I guess. Take it if you want it.
I don't want it, but some of you might.
As long as we're sure it's not cursed.
I mean, there's a way to
took
check
scratches
that.
here. Oh, actually, there is something I want to have happen real fast. I just remembered.
Yeah, go ahead.
As she's like probably gathering sticks, I think she like walks past Shago again, and it's like, Shago, I have a quick question for you.
He looks over.
Do you
10
know
hours at a stint,
how
why?
to fight with a what?
10 hours at a stint. Why?
I was going to
smirks
ask
at
if you
you.
knew how to fight. Sibs does not know what that means, and I'm. But
It was Shago humor, is what I will say.
basically Shago making an adult joke towards the doctor.
Yes.
Then Sue's face like goes proper purple again, fins flush down, and it's like, I was going to ask if you knew how to fight with a rapier. Because, I don't want to fight people, but I want to be of a little more use when the undead come scratching and clawing.
I know how to fight with most things, I just prefer a spear.
Then, could you show me how to fight?
With everyone watching,
Her face goes like, it's like, you know what I meant!
yes, Doctor, I can help you. Though I would recommend that you wait. Either until we're in some place that we know is safe, or we're back in the port. Even sparring can wear you out, and, well, as you said, there are limits. Excuse me.
Absolutely. I was just wondering if you knew how to use rapiers. I never really was taught to fight. I was always taught to heal, but...
I'm not going to win any competitions with them, but I can make someone else stop breathing with it, yes?
all I need to be able to do is take down the undead and protect the party.
You don't need to protect the party when the mighty Shago is here.
I think she nods. So once we're somewhere safe or once we're back to port, teach me to fight, please?
You have my undivided attention, Doctor.
And I think she smiles and goes back to like stacking stuff.
So, do you guys want to camp here and light it in the morning? Do you want to camp it and head out into the dark jungle? Where are we at?
Shago hasn't slept.
Shago hasn't slept. Most of you have not slept.
I'd say we take the risk, camp here, keep watch, and light it in the morning as we're ready to get on our way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys can benefit from another long rest. And I'm going to need somebody to roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh boy.
I'll roll it.
All
Who
right.
wants to do it this time? Woo! We going by tens.
31.
Apparently.
31. What is 31? Okay. So, what is your watch order? Azaka will take the deep night watch, but Azaka, she's like, I need to sleep. When I've slept for a bit, wake me up, and I'll take middle watch.
Sue is not going to let Shago take watch. No matter how much she protests, she's going to argue back, no, you're sleeping.
Eric,
I think
this would take first watch,
I think we're not going to go into detail, and I'm sure I'm not going to describe it, but I think if you say that, Dr. Lorelei, Shago gives you an ultimatum. I think he says, if you don't want me to keep watch, you have to distract me.
Deep inhale. Purple fish face.
It doesn't have to be
internal screaming.
It doesn't have to be anything bad. It could just be cuddle.
I mean, I think Sue wouldn't be too opposed to that, because I feel like when she slept that previous night, it was more or less in the fetal position holding herself.
Right?
As a way to, prove that she wasn't going to lose anything else.
No one can deny one undeniable fact about the mighty Shago, which is he's warm. So
I think Sue probably accepts the ultimatum, but instead of doing anything bad, I think she
I wouldn't call it
tries
bad.
to
I think bad is the wrong adjective to use there.
Yeah.
But
Wrong adjective. I'm just trying
I get it. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to for want of a better word, keep him in bed, then he won't take watch.
She'll make sure he stays there then. Probably just talking, trying
Totally.
to distract him.
Totally. Look, Shago needs to sleep, so if anything, it's a positive.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not Britt gives her shit in the morning. So Sirda's taking first watch. Azaka will take second watch. Who's taking last watch? Who's going to be the dawn caller?
Britt. Then
So
I
Brick.
think that makes the most amount of sense anyway, because we are all the ones with dark vision, so
Okay.
we'd be
So
probably better at it.
I'm gonna drag a thing onto the board, and it's gonna be really scary. But I just want to see how bad it is. I don't think it's that bad, and if it's not that bad, then you guys will just wake up to it, and Azaka will take care of it. But I wanna take a looky see at how bad.
Oh boy.
Well, because it's happening in the middle of the night. That's the thing. It's happening in the middle
So
of the night.
basically during her.
Exactly. And
Her watch.
Azaka is very strong, and she might just take care of it. I'm
Whoop.
trying to
Sorry
find the
about
damn
that,
thing.
Fox.
Sorry about what? Sorry
Never
about what?
mind then. I accidentally misclicked something.
Okay, that's a big boy. Let me.
That's a thickums right there.
Oh yeah, no, this thing is nothing. Okay, yeah, no, Azaka will just take care of this. So Brick, in the middle of the night, when you wake up, or actually when Azaka wakes you up to relieve you, you just see this like dead yellow and white python like stretched on sticks around the fire cooking.
Christ.
you know what? It's you. I'm not gonna question it.
Tit.
What, did you want me to wake you up for a pest?
Fucking pest.
Well,
Like she's completely fine. Like she's not bothered at all.
yeah. I guess if it was just a pest, then no. I'll take over now.
She nods. She's like,
Yes, it's big.
as she's getting into her sleeping bag.
Yes, it's big, Sergeant, I'll grant you. It's also slow and stupid.
Is it good eating?
Not particularly, but we only have so much food.
Fair enough.
Good night.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Azaka just has to shove her arm down one of these things' mouth and just punch it in the head until it dies.
That's
Because it
yeah.
cannot hurt her.
No, it can't. That's exactly what I mean. Like, if this was like big enough to like swallow her, then I would have been like, "Hey guys, roll initiative in the middle of the night." But this thing, bluntly, has 12 AC and 13 HP. So it fucking slithered into the camp, probably went towards one of the sleeping figures, and Azaka just shot it with her longbow and killed it. Done.
It's big. It's not particularly threatening.
It's big, it's ugly. Kill it with longbow, apparently.
Anybody who knows snakes know that they're not very smart.
Yeah, that's true.
There are certain snakes that are smart, but thick boy are not smart.
Yeah, they can walk on two legs and talk, usually. Anyway, so, Brick, just to keep this interesting, Siragath, I didn't have you do it because I didn't want to do too many too close together, and also because, like, people were awake during your watch. But, Brick, go ahead and roll a D100. Let's see if anything happens in the middle of the night. Because that was kind of a non-thing.
Then suddenly a dragon came by and decided we all looked tasty.
See,
Hey.
you joke, but that might be on my list, friend.
Your
Well,
number from the last one you did doubled.
Yeah.
So it did. Oh, good!
Oh god, no.
God damn it.
Well, it is a dragon, of a sort.
Oh.
So, Brick,
Well, shit.
what's your passive perception, friend?
12.
12. Okay. I am reasonably sure that these things are not that stealthy. Oh! Never mind. Okay. We're doing this today, friends.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I said, oh, well, we're doing this today, friends. Brick, can you just roll perception so that we just know? Because you're on watch. I think it's reasonable that you're watching while on watch.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh dear. So I think you doze off, Rick. So everybody place yourselves around the campfire where you would be sleeping. Or in Brick's case, dozing.
Alright, TPK.
I'm not gonna say no. But yeah, I need to build an encounter. So I'm gonna say this: it is a very, very familiar encounter.
Oh, good.
Oh. These bastards.
Yerp, these bastards.
Oh, fuck.
How many
and
bastards?
just so that you guys are aware, and just so that we're all, you know, playing fair and above board, I'm giving the ghouls undead fortitude. Because I didn't realize it was good, and it is, so now the ghouls have it.
Good.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Fantastic.
Oh, joy.
I can't really be too mad, but at the same time, I'm a little mad.
I mean, I would be too.
It's-
I would be too. But I cannot justify them not having it since the ghouls were made with a purpose in Schult. You know what I mean?
Right. If zombies have it, you'd expect something like a ghoul to have it.
Especially,
which is just
especially with
terrible.
the lore. Oh, sorry, that gas does not need to be there. I clicked on the wrong thing. Especially with the way that I've been describing the ghoul plague, like, I get it. You have every right to be mad, but
I'm a little mad, but I understand.
yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I can't justify not doing it.
I'm mad that Rick dozed off because he's a fucking soldier.
Yeah,
To be fair, I'm gonna be doing the same thing in one of my games because it's just good and
Yeah.
makes sense.
So I'm gonna bring these boys up, and these guys are gonna be sniffing around the camp when you wake up. If you wake up, I should say.
Shh, shh. Only dreams now. Only dreams.
You joke, but I mean, that perception roll is gonna bite you, Brick. I'm sorry
Oh,
to say.
fucking hell.
Go ahead and roll initiative, guys, and we'll get everybody on the board.
I know exactly how this is gonna go.
Poorly is the answer.
That tracks.
Very poorly, it looks like. Shit.
Azaka's probably gonna be fine.
I can't have him sleep how I want to
So,
because of what that would mean.
are we just now offering another body to Schult at this point?
It is entirely possible. So, here we go. So, Dr. Lorelei, unfortunately, you are asleep and sleeping
Yeah.
peacefully. It is the wee hours of the morning, something like 2, 3 a.m. And you're all awakened, unfortunately, by violence. When you awaken, this is going to go for all of you. When you awaken, I am going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw immediately. With that in mind, the ghouls, they attack. Let's see what this is going to do. The answer is probably a lot. This is probably going to do a lot. So, I think realistically, it's 2 attacks on Shago, 1 attack on Dr. Lorelei, 1 attack on Z, 3 attacks on Azaka, 3 attacks on Brick, and 2 attacks on Cyrodiil. So remember the number that I assigned to your name because I'm going to forget. And I'm just going to go from, like, top left and work my way clockwise. So we're going to start with this boy, and we'll do the other one attacking Shago, and then we'll go around in a circle. Now, for these attacks, if you were not sleeping with your armor, you do not have it. If you have a shield, you do not have it yet. And you do not apply your dexterity modifier to your armor class. So,
I have a dumb question.
yo,
I was gonna do this anyway because I heard turtles do it.
huh?
Is it
I clicked the wrong button.
justifiable for Z to be shelled?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I feel bad asking because of the mechanics involved, but
No, I think it's completely reasonable.
Is it reasonable for Brick to have his armor on because he was on watch?
Yeah, totally. So that first attack might hit Shago. Let me check. No, it does not. Oh, wait, that includes a shield, so yes. So Shago's gonna take that much damage and wakes up screaming. He needs to make a con save, which he passes easily. I don't even need to double check that. Okay, so Dr. Lorelei, you're gonna take, looks like one.
Yep, 1.
Oh, nope, ignore that. Ignore that, I clicked the wrong thing, which is good because I crit. What is your armor class without your dexterity and without whatever armor that you wouldn't be wearing? I rolled a 10.
She doesn't have armor as is. It's 12.
What's your dex modifier?
1, so 11.
Okay, so I missed. So you feel an impact. You hear Shago screaming and flailing. You know that you're under attack, but you do not suffer casualty. However, make a con save.
Yeah.
You passed. Good. Okay. Z, you're going to take 1. Chomp chomp. What's your armor class currently, Z?
when he's turtled up, 21.
Okay, I got a 19, so...
Oh, God.
So that does not hit you, but you are also awakened. Make a con save.
I forget turtles are like fucking bonkers.
Yeah, right? Okay, so you are poisoned.
Oh,
Until the beginning of your next turn where you can repeat the save.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, you're poisoned.
What happened?
Boop. Azaka's going to take 3. I'm gonna roll these anyway, but Azaka can't technically take damage from this, so...
I really can't get over the fact that it really was just a quick...
Yeah! Let's see. Azaka's armor class is currently 10. She's gonna take 2 hits for no damage. Okay, fair enough. Brick, you're gonna be taking 3 attacks. Chomp. What am I trying to hit? Rolled a 4.
14.
14, okay. Another second one misses. Third one also misses. So you are awakened. You're probably, because you're in like a sitting position, you're probably like knocked over and a ghoul like jumps on you and tries to bite through your armor. And Cyrodiil is going to be taking 1. Looks like only 1.
I don't
Okay.
save. Or,
Oh yeah, you're gonna make a con save.
Dwarven resilience. I get advantage on poison.
Yes, that's true. It's made you resist poison. So yes, you have advantage on this roll. Also, 10 to hit you, Cyrodiil.
Sorry, I'm a complete idiot. I don't know how to tell AC without armor.
So it AC. So you do not sleep in your armor, is what you're saying.
The thing is, I'm trying to think of my character. I think she would just because of the undead in the way, but I don't know that.
You take penalties if you sleep in your armor. You're fine, Brick.
She probably wouldn't have at least that one after last night
then your armor class is 10 plus natural armor if you have any, plus your dexterity modifier, which you don't apply to this case because you're prone and helpless. So do you have natural armor in some way?
No.
Okay, so no mage armor, no I honestly thought Dragonborn scales give you bonus armor, but they might not.
They do if I take a feat.
This is true.
Okay.
It's dragon blood sorcerers that have natural armor.
Got it. So you're good. So you are going to get hit for 5 points of piercing damage. Okay, so Brick, you are top of the initiative, and that makes sense because you were on watch. You wake up with a ghoul on top of you, and you just see ghouls darting in every direction around the waning firelight.
God fucking damn it! Like, Brick's pissed at himself, but he's already like. First thing he's doing is he's tapping into that newfound rage.
Okay, okay, cool. I would assume the first thing you do is start shouting.
Yeah, like he's gonna battle cry.
Yeah, well, I meant like letting people know, like, hey, shit's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you rage. All right, so you take half damage from physical sources. You have advantage on athletic check while you're raging, and you do 2 extra damage on melee attacks, I believe is what you get for rage.
Yeah.
Them barbarian levels, putting them to work. Nice.
Kit, quick question.
Yes.
Do I need to make the con save, or does the paladin?
You do. Yep. Oh, no, because you're immune to poison. You're fine.
Okay, that's what I was asking, because I don't get that
Yep.
from paladin. So okay.
Yep.
All right.
Good catch. So yeah, you got a ghoul on top of you, Brick.
Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna go. Would it be feasible for me to attack him, or do I have to throw him off first?
It depends on what you had in your hand when you went to sleep. Like, if you had your gun in your hand, you would have disadvantage, but you could just blow him in the chest. If you had your warhammer out, then yeah, I think you'd have to throw him off first, because you can't swing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and throw him off.
Okay, make an athletic check. You have advantage. I will roll against you. I got a crit. Sorry, friend.
Ah.
So you for this turn, you are still prone on the ground.
Alright.
So that's going to be your turn, I'm afraid. But very, very smart using your rage first. That was a smart move. All right, Azaka's turn. I think yeah, Brick. Like we keep your perspective. We see like a brief flash of light, and Azaka's like confused shouting turns into a roar as she takes on her hybrid werewolf form, were-tiger form, and she is going to try to throw these ghouls off. Oh yeah, so I think just because she's a tiger, and I think this is so cool, she does the Simba at Pride Rock move. She just gets her foot up under it and throws it over her head. But here's the thing, what's directly behind her?
Fire.
Boosh, right in the campfire. So this ghoul needs to make a save.
Burn, motherfucker.
So his ass fails. So he takes 1 point of fire damage. And starts freaking out. So he is afeared of the fire. And that's going to be... And Azaka jumped to her feet. And that's going to be Azaka's turn. The ghasts are coming for blood. So this guy's going to try to get over here and get a bite on you, Brick. This one's going to jump on Azaka. And this last guy... Realistically, I think he's going to go for Brick, too. Like, I'm sorry, Brick. I know it seems like I'm, like, focusing on you, but, like, you're the easiest target right now.
Yeah, I get it.
So let's see here. So the first guy to get to you, he's going to try to hit you with his claws to paralyze you. Now he's got advantage on this attack. That's 11 to hit. I don't think that hits.
Nope.
So the second gas on you, is 15.
That with or without my dex?
That is, you're currently like pinned, so it would be without.
That hits.
Okay, you're gonna take 14 points of slashing damage. I rolled really well on that damage.
Is that halved already, or?
No, you 7. Thank you for reminding me. And then you need to make a con save because he's trying to paralyze you, trying to ghoul touch you. Okay, you are not paralyzed. So the other thing is going to try to bite Azaka. He's going to jump on her. Roar, chomp chomp. Hits her. No damage. So she's wrestling with this gas now. Shiradef. You are awakened with a ghoul, like, slavering at you. What would you like to do?
To clarify, the ghoul is like actively on me. It's not just at a bit of a distance, right?
Correct.
Okay. I think Cyrodiil is going to
Also, if you're not wearing your armor, you can't see in the dark. Keep that in mind.
Well, right. I imagine I can at least see the ghoul trying to...
Oh, yeah. There's dim light here because of the camper. I'm just saying, like, you don't have dark vision currently.
Right. Cyrodiil would try to, like, not the overhead thing, but kind of like kick it back. Try to kick it,
like, yeah, like kick it like it's a lizard and make it back away like a bear. I gotcha. So go ahead and make an athletics check. The ghoul will oppose. He has advantage because he's holding you down. Beat you by 2.
God.
So he's still got you down, unfortunately. The mighty Shago is not feeling good. Do you guys think it's a stretch if I say the phrase "Shago sleeps with his spear"?
No.
No.
Because I feel like Shago sleeps with his spear.
He obviously. There's no doubt in my mind that he cuddles it like a teddy bear.
Right? Exactly. So I think he rolls over, grabs his
the
spear.
Doctor is just yes, me, the mighty Shago, and his 6-foot spear.
Art for this episode includes.
So he misses his first attack. He's gonna bring his spear back around. There you go, Shago. He hits this ghoul for 15. And he's gonna use that momentum to like pull himself up to his feet. And then he's gonna hit him one last time. And he kills it.
Yeet.
So Shango is now on his feet, standing over Dr. Lorelei with a bloody spear. And he just looks at the other ghoul and just like, battle screams at it. So Z, you finally wake up. You're poisoned. Make your save.
Yes.
Start of your turn. This is so funny. You're still poisoned. Go ahead.
Okay. So first I gotta ask, is it like common knowledge undead don't like fire?
Oh wait. Sorry. Hang on. I need to see if this thing survives its undead fortitude.
Ah.
Oh, I was wondering that.
It probably won't because it has to resist 21.
Holy shit.
Which it does not, so it is dead. Anyway, go ahead.
Is it common knowledge that undead don't like fire?
No, because that's not true. Yeah, it is not undead don't like fire, it's ghouls don't like fire. Which, to answer your question, yes, it is common knowledge.
Oh, and if the turtle's been living in the jungles for a while, I would imagine that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's why I clarified without a roll, Hockey.
Unturtle, pop up.
So you kind of like roll to your feet.
Oh, this is awful.
Yeah, it is. It's real bad. There's dudes everywhere.
and I think like Crownswell opens to like Frost Fingers,
Mm-hmm.
and then it changes to Inferno Fingers.
Okay. What does Frost Fingers do normally? Can you link the spell, please?
Yes. Boink.
Freezing cold blasts from your fingertip in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in the area must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 2d8 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So it's literally Burning Hands, except it's a con save instead of a dex save. Which is brilliant, by the way, because these things have better dex. So let's get you a spell token here.
I've just realized I don't have that put in as an attack. I am a fool.
I got it. You go ahead and put that attack in while I'm getting you a token. Do you object at all if we use a fire ray for this?
No, that's fine.
Cool. You said 15 foot, so it's this. So the 3 squares on the end are well, technically 4 squares, because you can do the one closest to you as well. So you tell me where you want it. It has to originate from you. So where do you want it?
And
I can turn it any way you want. Just tell me where you want it.
I should be able to hit all 3 of these, I think.
No. There's no way. See? There's no way.
Okay. Then I want to hit this boy and this boy.
So you want it to go like that?
Yeah.
All right. So they need to make con saves, which is hilarious to me. That's the main power of the Order of Scribes, because literally you could just be like, oh, that's Burning Hand. You just cast Burning Hand. But Burning Hand is a dex save. The true power of the Order of Scribes is you're making them make a worse save. So,
right.
Brilliant.
I literally think it's Crownswell opens to...
What's your spell save DC?
14.
First guy gets 12. Second guy gets 19.
Okay, so one is taking half, one is taking full.
Yes. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, shoot, I put that in wrong. Hold on.
That's not an attack, it's just damage.
I forgot I put that in.
That's
wrong.
okay. There you go. What?
That's pretty good.
It doesn't apply your int modifier, friend.
Ah, my apologies. I didn't realize I did that. I'll roll that again.
I mean, no, you're still doing 10 damage.
Oh, okay. I really think it's just Crownswell opens Frost Fingers, becomes Inferno Fingers. Ah, right. Make it to 7, cause the temperatures to reverse. Boom.
Yeah. So these guys are now frightened of you.
This is a dumb question I haven't thought before.
Uh-huh.
Bishop, you said it shares my initiative. Does it act separately from me?
Correct. If you have it out.
Okay.
Which you don't currently. So.
Yeah, I don't yet.
Yep. Okay. Top of the round. Dr. Lorelei. Unless you had something else you wanted to do.
I was gonna ask, could I actually do that as part of bonus? Or
yeah, you could. So all of you who can see, Z pulls out like the Faerine equivalent of like a jeweled crucifix. Or no, it's merchant scales, right? It's solid gold merchant scales with like gemstones where the baskets fasten, and it's like glowing. It casts light. All of you can now see. Yeah, you like pull it out. Did you prepare spells for the bishop by any chance?
I don't have any. I didn't know if I put that into my own sheet or not. So
normally I'm just gonna have you prepare the spells, and then if I need it to cast something else, then I'll take one of your spells that you quote prepared end quote and remove it.
Okay.
What's the channel divinity of the light domain? Just out of curiosity. It's some kind of fire bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah. There it is. Radiance of the Dawn.
Yeah.
Banishing darkness and dealing radiant damage to your foes. As an action, you present your holy symbol. Any magical darkness within 30 feet of you is dispelled. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet of you
Within
must
30 feet. Okay.
must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
God.
So, yeah. All of these boys are within 30 feet of the bishop. So everybody gonna be making that save. The DC...
So wait, does that include us?
No. The
Unless
DC...
y'all get ready to throw hands with me after.
The DC is 13.
Uh,
So, first one fails. How many of these do I need to make? I'll make the next two with disadvantage. Boop, boop. They both failed. Okay. One... Oh, there's a third one with disadvantage. Let me do that. Okay, he passes. How much is it on a pass?
on a pass, half damage.
Okay. Could somebody track the passes for me, please?
I'm gonna.
There's currently one pass, and I'm counting the fails.
I did not see which one you marked as the pass.
I didn't mark them.
I'll keep track of the passes.
Thank you. So then I need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. Okay. Fails.
Normally I'd say sorry, Fox, but you're the one that decided
Yeah,
to
no,
do this.
it's fine. 2 passes, Sibs. Or that is a second pass, I should say. Fails. That's 3 of 9. Another one passes. That's 4 of 9. Fails. 5 of 9. Fails. 6 of 9. Fails. 7 of 9. Fails 8 of 9. Fails 9 of 9. Okay.
3 passes.
3 passes, 10 fails, and then 1, 2, 3.
I've got the macro ready.
2 more fails and one more pass. So 1 gas passes, 3 ghouls pass, and everything else fails. What's the damage?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Okay.
It is a channel.
No, see, here's the thing. That's radiant damage. It's doubled.
Oh god.
So
everything just dies, basically?
Not quite, but damn near.
He is everyone's favorite person now.
So, give me a second. So that
What it tells me is Zaka
that
is suddenly warm up to the turtle pretty heavily.
I'm not just some stupid turtle anymore, baby.
Rick's on the shit list, though.
Okay. So let's see. So you're dead.
Rick's on the shit list, though.
You're dead. You're dead. You're taking half damage, which would still be 17. So you're not dead yet. You're dead. How many passes were there?
3.
Thank you.
Wait, I thought it was 3 of the ghouls and 1 of the gas.
It is.
It was just. I thought it was only 3 passes. I only was told there were 3 that.
You're fine.
after
You're fine. It's fine. That. This one is dead. This one is dead. This one is alive. This one is dead. And this one is that. Okay. Cool. So that just happened.
Holy nuke incoming.
Yeah,
What did that look like? Like, what did that look like?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. So you guys see the turtle pull out this solid gold merchant scale. It's got gemstones that hold the baskets in place. it's glowing with this like bright light that you can now all see. It's like a solid gold. It's a big, valuable looking thing, and then it just explodes. Like you opened the Ark of the Covenant at the end of Raiders, and this like white light washes over everything, and the ghouls just turn to powder around you.
Sorry. I'm sorry. All I'm imagining is like the stereotypical Alleluia music, but like
there's no sound except maybe like a faint warbling, and then yeah, like most of the ghouls are just cinders. Dr. Lorelei, it is your turn.
Mouth agape. Gonna ask questions later. Gonna heal Shago first.
Okay.
Cause Shago took damage, didn't he?
Yes. There you go.
Cure wounds at level 1.
He is fine. Okay, wanna do anything else? You're still, like, in your sleeping bag.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just funny. That's so fucking funny. Just reach out.
Yeah, move here.
You sleep with your spear, I sleep with my healer's kit.
Okay, so you, like, climb out of your sleeping bag all blurry-eyed, and, okay, and you move down, okay. What do you want to do?
And I think she's, like, taking a look around, like, what the fuck did I miss?
Yeah, you're, like, blurry-eyed and confused, right? Like, okay. The ghoul's turn. Every living ghoul needs to make a will save. Let's see. There are 4 ghouls still alive.
Hey, the ghouls that were pinning me are dead, though, now, right?
Correct. Not only are they dead, they are powder.
Alright.
So that guy fails.
That's the same with me as well.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, so this ghoul hauls ass into the jungle.
Bitch, bye!
The other 3, like the fucking seagulls from Finding Nemo,
Right?
turn to Z and just rush him. So Z,
One of those motherfuckers is standing in
can
fire.
they don't care.
Oh, yeah.
They don't
Oh.
care. Yeah, you're right. He's standing in the fire. They don't care. They want him dead. Z, I'm going to need you to make a strength save.
That does make sense, but I am wondering then, does it also catch fire?
He's not going to catch fire, but he'll probably take fire damage. Okay,
that works
you
too.
keep your feet as the ghouls lunge at you, but they're going to try to kill you. So first attack is 14.
Misses.
Second attack is 7. Third attack is 13.
Misses.
Okay. This ghoul is going to take a point of fire damage.
Tap turtles with their natural defense and all that
Alright.
fancy stuff.
Brick. You still have some gas on you, friend.
He's gonna get to his feet and turn on the ghasts.
Alright. The one to the south of you looks very hurt. The one behind you doesn't look too hurt. I mean, he's fucked up, but he's not like the other guy's barely on his feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish that one off first
Alright.
then.
Alright. Out comes the Warhammer.
Bring the hammer down.
Do it.
Is Brick still raging?
Yeah, Brick is still raging. Unfortunately, that's not gonna hit.
That sucks.
That's
I'm gonna go ahead and pull my action surge and roll again.
I was gonna say, your rolls have not been kind tonight. Feel free. There
at
you
least
go.
didn't
You
yeet-
hit it. Roll damage.
At the very least, you didn't like yeet your warhammer into like Z's face or something.
Yeah, right. It is very,
Oh my
very
God.
dead. It's very dead. All right. You want to move?
No, I'm just gonna turn to face the other ghoul.
Okay.
Ghast, rather.
Yep. Azaka's turn. I think she's gonna claw the gas in front of her and try to kill it. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate it when Roll20 does it. There's a bug that sometimes when you bring a character sheet back from its hidden status, it'll just compress all the way. Kind of annoying. Not super annoying, but kind of annoying. Okay,
Quick, Fox, I got a silly question.
she kills it. Okay, go ahead.
What's the Thingus's wisdom?
13.
Mod. So that'd be 1.
Yep. So she like stabs her claws into this thing's chest and like rips its internal organs out, and then she turns. This tiger creature turns and just in Azaka's normal voice, she goes, "What in the 9 hells was that?"
This character, awesome.
So the gas turn. There's 1 gas left, and he's gonna attack Brick. 23 to hit. Oof.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 10 slashing damage.
That reduced or no?
5 slashing damage. Sorry. Also, I need to roll for the gas that Azaka killed for Undead Fortitude, which he needs to resist 16, which he failed to do, so he's dead. Oh, I need to do that for the one you hit, too, because I'm a dingus. Good job calling me out, guys. He got a nat 20, so he's not dead yet. I apologize, Brick.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got 1 hit point, but he's not dead yet.
Cole's just like, fuck this shit.
So yeah, so that was half to 5, and you need to make a con save. Ooh, you are paralyzed. So you drop prone to the ground. Your rage dissipates because you can't move. You drop prone to the ground, and the ghoul that you didn't kill, and that's on me, I apologize, he's going to try to bite you. You are now completely helpless. We've got advantage on this. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
14 piercing.
Ow.
Yep, not great. Okay, so that's the gas turn. Cyrodiil.
Okay, since the ghoul on top of me is now suddenly powder,
Correct?
and Pure Death would definitely at least have her sword by her side when she goes to sleep. Like,
Practical.
yeah. She would get up on her feet. Does that take an action going from
Nope,
prone
it-
to standing?
5 feet of your movement.
Okay, I got 30, so that's easily enough.
You probably have your gear nearby, so you could probably grab your shield as well as part of your movement if you wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, she would have stuff next to her. She
Absolutely,
wouldn't
absolutely.
Put it on the other side.
You just can't don your armor, but there's no reason you can't grab your shield.
Yeah. Okay, so getting sword and shield, she will attack this school, and she will also spend a spell slot to do Divine Smite.
Okay.
Oh
your-
my god.
Roll for scatter, please. Roll a d8. Seven. So straight down. So you drop your sword at your feet.
Oh god damn it.
If you've still got movement
Yeah.
left, you could just pick it up. It's fine.
Well, alright, I'll pick it up again then.
There you go. Okay. You want to move? So you had 30. You have 15 left if you want to use it.
Let's see. This one's dead. I think she would move down towards Brick.
You're gonna take 2
'Cause
attacks of
Brick is
opportunity.
probably-
You're gonna take 3 attacks of opportunity if you do that.
Ugh. And the problem is I don't actually have my armor on.
Yeah.
Huh. On second thought, I think she'll just probably then actually. No. Problem is, I don't want Brick to drop dead. But the problem is, all my stuff I require to actually be touching him
Yep.
to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I will say this: the only thing you could use is lay on hands, because we ruled that's a bonus action, because it doesn't make any sense for it not to be. You've already used your action because you tried to swing.
Yeah, I agree. I
Good.
just.
It's like
Go ahead.
you could move into the spot where the dead ghoul is, because that's just dust.
Yeah,
All
true.
right.
Yeah, but I still take. I still have attack from the gas.
You
and
take
ghoul.
2 from the ghouls. I don't think you'd take 1 from the ghast.
No, you would. She'd take 1 from this. Oh no, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. If you went here, let me move this ghoul out of the way. If you went right here, you would only take 1 attack of opportunity, which is a damn sight better than 3. In fact, let me move the corpses aside so you guys can see a little bit better what's going on.
Quick question, or can I actually ask this? It's like, how bad a character is doing? Like, can I ask the person who's doing it?
He's not down.
Oh, I think Aaron,
It is up to the player whether or not they tell you how much health they're missing.
Okay.
I'm hurt bad. I'm couple more attacks and I'll
move down.
one more attack. I'll probably be down.
I think I would move down and use lay on hands.
Okay, how much are you giving him?
Because 5 of it will go towards curing the paralysis, and then well, I have to do 5 to cure. Because is it a permanent paralysis? I don't know.
You don't know. Here's a question. I don't actually know this. Anybody who knows is welcome to speak up. If you use 5 points of lay on hands to do thing, do you still get that 5 points of healing?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Because it requires you to give that 5 points. You're giving them 5 points, and it requires the minimum to cure something be 5 points.
Okay, so
meaning you're just getting a double whammy.
So how much healing are you giving Brick?
I think 10, just to be safe.
So Brick, your paralysis is cured. You're still prone, but
we need to do the attack of opportunity also.
I know. I'm one thing at a time, friend.
Oh,
sorry. 11
actually,
to hit. Yes.
With the shield, that won't hit. Because the shield's like plus.
Alternatively, you could expend 5 points of your pool of healing to cure the target of 1 disease plus one poison affecting it. You can cure multiple diseases and neutral multiple poison with a single use of lay on hand. Spending it. Okay, so you can't actually get rid of the paralysis. Good catch, Z. Yeah, you can't end random magical effects, just diseases and poison.
Oh.
Which this is not.
I didn't know if it was considered poison or not.
It is absolutely not. No.
Or disease. Okay.
That being said, if you want to still give him 10, you can.
I mean, it would do him some good.
It would.
Yeah, I think I'll still give him 10 at least.
Okay. So, the mighty Shago. I think Shago sees the turtle getting dunked on. I think he's gonna come over here and help out. So, this ghoul's about to have a bad day. Let's see. Never mind. I have to roll for scatter. Shago drops his spear. He probably trips over the damn sleeping bag. 5, so his spear goes here. So he has to move away from the ghoul, which he's gonna claw at him. Oof, that's gonna hit. And then Shago needs to make a save. I'd be very surprised if he failed this. Yeah, okay, he's fine. Shago goes down here, picks up a spear. And then he'll go down here and just prepare for the next attack. Okay, Z. You're up. Azaka just shouted at you, what in the 9 hells was that?
Magic nuke. Magic nuke.
I think he's like, he goes to answer and just starts sputtering at seeing Tiger Lady.
Yeah, right?
And instead he just turns to face the 3 motherfuckers in front of him.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to. There we go. Now this is an odd question for you.
Uh-huh.
The spells the bishop has prepared.
Yes.
Am I able to access those damage types?
No. The bishop is a separate entity.
I figured that was an important detail to.
Yeah, no, valid because of what you are, but no. The bishop is a separate entity entirely.
Still a little bit of time required on that one then. Okay. Goodness, fuck, where'd that come from? I think
I will say this, on the bishop's turn, it's going to cast Shield of Faith on you.
Okay.
So you can do that first if you like.
Sure. My current plan is, well, technically more fire, but this time I just gotta remember how this works because I'm about to use Magic Missile.
Magic Missile is 1d4 plus 1, a number of times equal to how many you're shooting, depending on the spell level, of automatic force damage.
I can target one or multiple. Good
Correct.
enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give each one of these motherfuckers in front of me a fancy schmancy bam.
Oh, it's a fire missile.
A searing missile.
Nice. Okay. So no, you roll the damage for each one.
Oh. I misunderstood how that worked. Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 quote unquote attacks. Okay, so who is getting which one?
So I think it should be in order, like 4, 5, 4.
Okay. So this guy goes there. This guy needs to make an Undead Fortitude check, which is 10, and he might survive. Not with that roll, he won't. So he's dead. Boop. He's ash. And then this guy needs to make an Undead Fortitude roll of 9. Which he fails. Boop. Cool.
Oh, that's neat.
There you go.
That is Neato Capito. Shield of Faith is a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
What does that do, anyway? I just put it in. I didn't even look.
It increases your armor class by 3, I think. Plus 2. So your armor class is increased by 2.
Boink, boink. Come on, boink. There we go.
And then I think for its action, it's going to... Normally I would say inflict wounds, but that's necrotic damage. It's not a good idea. So I think that's all the bishop's going to do this turn.
Okay. I do have some of its spells put in now.
Great.
I'm working on them right now.
I appreciate it.
I'm separating them quite cleverly, I think.
Okay. Dr. Lorelei, you're up.
Okay, I've been thinking about this for a hot second, and then the word escapes me as you literally come to me.
Yep, welcome to D&D.
Bonus action Bardic Inspiration for Brick, giving him Note of Protection.
What does Note of Protection do? Can you link it, please?
It's part of my college of my Note of Potential stuff. You want me to just send the Note of Potential entirely, or
That's fine. Alright, Note of Protection. Immediately after the creature rolls a Bardic Inspiration die and adds it to a saving throw, the creature can expend the note to gain temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die, plus your Charisma modifier, which is what? 3. Okay, so Brick, you get a Bardic Inspiration die, which I'm assuming you're going to use on this con save.
Yeah.
So when your turn comes up, you can add a d6?
6 plus 3.
You'll gain a d6 plus 3 temporary hit points, and you can add a d6 to your save, which might save you.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fucking...
Cool. So there's your bonus action, Dr. Lorelei. What's next?
Pull out Scrappy's rapier, and let's try the hand with fighting.
Are bards proficient with rapiers?
I believe that rapiers fall under the category. Let me pull up my tab.
Yes.
All right,
They
then
are.
make your attack.
Before I took it.
Make your attack.
I'm a healer, but damn it!
Harm
I want
assist.
to use my inspiration to re-roll. I want to use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Done.
Harm assist has been unlocked.
Doctor!
You still do not hit. Sorry. Oh, wait, no, you're flanking. You're flanking with Z.
I don't know if that helps though.
It does. It means you have advantage.
I
Which
mean,
it hits.
which one are
Roll
we
damage.
taking?
Roll damage. Okay, so the ghoul needs to undead fortitude 13. It rolled a 1. It is dead.
Oh my god, Doc. So I'm a healer, but
Yes.
stab.
Stabbo. Yes. Hooray. Okay. You want to move?
Yeah.
Where do you want to move? There's a fire in that path that you just showed. There's a fire.
Right. I'm trying to think of the best way to brick without.
I'm sorry. This needs to be said for the sake of the VOD. Chat just said, quote, "You might feel a little pinch," end quote.
Fuck. That's even better.
Oh, that's so good! That's so good!
That is hard.
How do you do that?
How do you do what?
that thing where like you set up yellow lines to like see how far something will be towed?
So you click and drag like you would normally click and drag with left click, but while you're holding your token, tap right click periodically.
That doesn't help me because I'm using a mouse pad.
No, mouse pad has left click and right click.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might just be harder to do on a
It
mouse
doesn't
pad versus a
specify
mouse.
it.
Oh, then you probably can't right click. I'll do it. What do you like? You talk me through it. So we start here.
Go here.
Go where is here? Go here. Okay.
Use the freehand tool and draw them a path on.
Go to the right, I'm assuming. Can you guys
go
can't see the path
past
until
the
it's done, can you?
Nope.
Okay. So let me see if I can help you out. How's this? This is 30 feet.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're 5 feet shy, but you can get him next turn.
Yeah, I know. Just survive that long, and please, I will fucking destroy these ghasts if I have to.
Okay. Brick, make that save. Let me see if this is at the start or the end of your turn. At the end of each of its turns. So this is the only thing you can do. So go ahead and make that con save.
Bardic could die.
Yeah, add your bardic inspiration die.
I'll be right back.
Yep. So roll d6, Brick. Okay. So you gain 7 temporary hit points, but unfortunately that is not enough to break the paralysis.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because Azaka is here to help you. Roar! She's gonna try to tackle this thing. She's gonna fucking make an athletics check and try to tackle this fucking ghast. Which she does in spades. She knocks it back here and pounces on it.
My rolls tonight have like all been awful.
Yeah, your rolls tonight have not been great, dog. With advantage, because she's got it knocked down and pinned. Both of those hit. For 12, it is not dead. Okay. Boop. Okay, so that's Azaka's turn. The gas is going to try to wrestle her off, which... good luck, friend. Azaka crits. Great. The other gas is going to try to bite you, Brick. It has advantage. You're prone. Don't add your dex to your AC. 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
15 piercing. Oof. I mean, in fairness, that temp HP just saved your life.
Jeez.
Like, right there.
It's not showing up on my token, but it's more than that. I have 24, including the temporary.
Right.
So I've got 9.
So the temporary goes away first, and then whatever's left over from that, total of 15. So you'd be down to 9. I mean, that still saved your ass, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the gas turn. Cyrodiil. You got your sword and magic helmet. What do you want to do?
Well, shield, but okay.
That's it was a quote.
Since the tiger is in the way, well,
The tiger is technically in this square on top of this boy.
Oh, well, that's the case. I'm gonna go for this boy.
Okay. You pop down there. Or I guess where Azaka's token is. So I'll do this, and then you go there. There you go, and then stab him.
Yeah, well, doing divine smite also.
Well, that's when you hit. You don't need to call that in advance.
Okay.
Yeah, smite only triggers when you hit. So what you do is you're like, when I say, oh, that hits, then you go, cool, divine smite. That hits, by the way.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool, divine smite.
Cool.
Does that mean that I didn't use the first one?
Correct. This is the first one.
All right.
Okay, go ahead
That's
and roll.
fair.
Go ahead and roll damage. Plus your smite.
Okay, sorry, just checking again. Okay, 2d8.
And that's radiant, isn't it?
Correct.
Holy shit!
You just rolled max damage on your smite. This ghoul is ash. Cool. You do it.
Dead?
Be gone.
Anything else you want to do?
I'd say at this point, bring the shield up in front of the last gas, but since Azaka's on it, just kind of be ready in case the gas gets her off.
Okay. The mighty Shago is going to come down, and he's going to stab the ghoul in the head. Because, that's what he does. He stabs ghouls. Good God. Alright, Second attack. Third attack. This dude did not roll below 17.
Yay!
Holy shit!
With advantage, he got 20, 20, and 21. So, first attack knocks it to 1 HP. The ghoul needs to make a con save against 19. Alright. Good. Great. Fails. And so Shago just stabs it 2 more times afterwards. It is dead. Boop. Done. Okay. And we're out of initiative. Brick, the paralysis will end after a moment, unless you want to, keep making saves and try to get out of it faster. If that's fine, either way.
Oh, I never made my second poison save.
I mean, it'll fade when the gas got burned away into ash. It's fine.
Okay.
Most of them got burned away into ash.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Oh shit! I just marked Z as dead. Sorry about that. There you go.
Oh god.
No, the soulmonger.
Okay. Yeah. So we're out of initiative. You get help to your feet, Brick. Azaka changes back.
Curse my carelessness. How the hell did I let that happen? He's kicking the ground.
I think Sue starts trying to heal him. Does he let her?
Yeah.
Yeah, cure wounds on him.
Okay.
At this point, Aerithis is putting back on her goddamn armor.
11 healing to you, Brick. It's the middle of the night, Aerithis. They were
Yeah, but what
probably
are the odds that we're all going to go back to sleep?
they were probably attracted by the pyre.
Well,
That makes sense. It is a lot of dead things just lying there.
Talk amongst yourselves. I need to give you guys some XP.
Sue Lorelai's gonna walk over to Z and offer to heal him as well. Do you need help? I saw that you jumped.
I did, yes. He tries to slickly put the scale away, knowing that he won't get away with that for long.
Yeah, right.
6 healing to Z, that's a lot more disappointing. Dang it, Doctor.
Actually, I didn't even take damage during that.
I was gonna
Oh, I
say,
thought
yeah,
you did.
you were fine.
Yeah, no,
just got poisoned.
Out.
yeah, I'm just poisoned is all.
It's
Cure
just a
wounds
tiny
would
bit
still
of
do
poison.
something.
No, cure wounds
No,
won't do
the
anything.
poison's already.
I know, it's just the way he said that. It's just like, it's a bit of poison, tis but a flesh wound.
All
But
party
no, but Garth-
members. Wow. All party members get 593 XP.
Oh my god.
That was a lot. Yeah.
So 500 of what am I supposed to put in here?
Sorry.
I'm just trying to remember the number that I should put in.
For what?
Number?
2700. Gotcha.
Yeah. 593.
Wait, shouldn't he be at level 3? I'm at level 3.
Yeah, he's at level 3.
Isn't 2700 level 4?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's
the
his-
number you
that's
have
his-
to reach to
That's his
get
goal. His goal
I
is
thought you were
27.
asking what number you had to start at.
No.
That's why I was confused.
No. So yeah, so 593. Now, Z, you need to determine how much of that goes to you, how much of that goes to the bishop, and how much of that goes to the file.
to.
Well, the file's full currently, so
Right. I'll.
you could take all of it.
What?
What?
The fuck?
My math didn't come out right there.
We didn't die.
I have some questions for our new companion.
I promise you, I can answer none of them. That's a joke.
Sue looks to him regardless. I don't plan to pry, but that was amazing. Like, she's smiling, like he's awestruck.
I plan to pry. What are you carrying?
Objects of power.
Obviously.
When the weight of a country weighs on your shell, you make deals.
And what?
Just make sure it's noted on your sheet, Gamzee, who got what XP.
Yeah, I will.
That's fine. Other than that, you don't have to tell me now. Also, who was on watch?
That was me. I cursed my own carelessness. You can curse it further if you'd like.
I think Shago, like, exhales. He's looking more like his old self after the nap. What happened? Were you ensorcelled in some way?
No.
What happened? They didn't just appear out of thin air.
I dozed off, okay? I don't know how. Just came.
It's been a day. Perhaps that had something to do with it?
We're alive, Sergeant. That's good enough.
Grief does many things to a person. Often exhaustion is not unlikely.
Doctor, if you're passing out your miracles, the lizard is bleeding. Shaco points.
She bristles at that.
Dragonborn, Chuggo, Dragonborn.
I suppose this is a fair as time as any to ask, what exactly is your group's mission?
Aldani.
Heal. Zero death.
Sorry, what?
Now,
8 healing.
our mission at large.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Okay, that's back to max.
Our mission at large is to get rid of the death curse.
Then, after this display of your abilities, I would request you allow me to join you.
No,
What?
Why not?
we don't know him.
And
You've seen what he can do.
Yes, and I know shape changers walk the jungle. If it was in the port, and Prince Otamu had something to say about it, fine. A stranger walks into the jungle, produces more gold than we've ever seen in our lives. Burns away the ghouls like they are nothing. I'm not inclined to trust them.
I can offer you a method of proof that
Yet
I
he saved our lives.
To lure us somewhere
could have
else, no
been-
doubt.
It could
There
have
are
been
worse
convenient.
things in this jungle than ghouls, and a few ghouls will not slow the goals of our opposers. I cast a baleful eye over at Z.
Chuggo, is it?
You can call me Sir.
Sir, I am in a situation where I am stood at the crux of Cholt's life. You face her blood, I face her dying heart.
Squints at you.
I would explain, but I am truly incapable.
Oak's head.
It is not that I lack the words, it is that I lack, against my own will, the ability.
You can't say that.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't say that you can't say. You could get as far as it's not that I lack the words, and then like audibly struggle, visibly struggle.
right. Okay. That's probably better to get the point across.
Yeah, probably.
I think seeing Z like start to struggle there would actually make Erithus more like prone to side with Shago just because.
Yeah, right.
Like, well, it's kind of one of those. It's like it's obvious that some shady shit happened, and that does not help his case at all.
Can you
Dude,
tell
more
us what
worried.
that device was at least?
I can. And he holds it up.
The bishop.
Yeah. This is an object known as the Bishop.
For all. Hi, Tasha. What the fuck are you doing?
Hello, cat.
For all intensive purposes, it is a cleric.
Shago snorts.
I felt the same, but as you have just seen, it carries the very same abilities.
A cleric of who?
Of who, I cannot say. I do not know.
Then why should we
Of-
trust it and you?
Of what? It is the light domain.
I hate to say it, Sergeant, but I agree with Shaco. There is something afflicting him.
And yet we would have all been dead. Well, maybe not you, but the rest of us. Due to my own carelessness if he hadn't been here.
True enough. But
I think I have a solution.
wait. There are things out here, old things, powerful things, the likes of which you may perhaps have read about in one of your stories. They can alter their form, they can seem to be a gift from the heavens and lead you into a greater doom.
The main
how I got
concern
like this
I
in the first
have
place.
is that if he is one of these things, what is to stop it from following us, even if we leave it behind? Is it not
My
better to
spear.
at least make sure we know where it is?
My spear can stop it from following us.
You wouldn't dare.
Cocked eyebrows, all you're getting from me on that one.
I admit I might hesitate, Sergeant, but I would dare eventually.
You'd have to get through me.
Why?
I won't let you harm some just on your baseless superstitions.
The superstitions are not baseless, Mr. Brick. The Choltons have such superstitions because they know. They have experienced, or their family has experienced, or
Why
their
do you
foref-
talk like us?
Why do I? Because I've lived here for quite some time.
I've never seen you.
I don't like people.
Shago looks at Brick and gestures at the turtle like, see? Evil!
I can take you to my home, but it's the opposite direction. Seriously, I've built quite a nice little, mud brick house. It's out on the peninsula.
Oh,
How
that
do we
sounds
not
quite
know
nice.
it's a trap?
Or, sorry, peninsula's the wrong word.
No, peninsula's the right word.
Like, what, over nearer the fort?
How do we know it's not a trap?
Past the fort.
You
I believe I
built
would-
on Point Rock. That shack is yours.
Yes.
I think quietly, you guys hear Azaka say, "What's out at Point Rock, Shago?" And Shago starts laughing. He says, "A foreigner, Azaka. A foreigner out of his depth. I thought he got eaten years ago. You keep to
I've-
yourself, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Probably hid when I came around. I think I built a fire in your foyer once.
You did it. Yes.
I thought it was abandoned. Nothing valuable there. You certainly did not have that thing with you."
No, I obtained this when I came to a discovery.
To be fair, Shago, would you leave something like that lying around?
This is not the only one.
If
mind
he
you,
was
Mr.
dead, he wouldn't have much of a choice. As I said, I thought he was dead.
Fair enough.
What discovery?
That was
Not
not
long
Azaka's
ago.
voice.
Not long ago, I arose and entered my, shall we call it a yard?
Beach.
An island. An island had appeared.
Hey,
I'm
I
cool.
think Shago steps forward, like almost protectively beside Dr. Lorelei, and he says, "In the Bay of Chode."
Yes. I was curious myself.
So you had a run-in with Azog.
What?
I was deemed kin.
Azaka backs up a pace, like literally, like she's afraid, like literally backs up a pace.
Like, oh shit.
Yes.
The dragon turtle?
Yes. I was just as titillated myself. It was an exhilarating experience. Really.
Not the word I would choose, and I recommend you choose your next ones carefully.
Wait, dragon
See, like,
turtle?
her hand on his shoulder.
When I was deemed kin, I was brought within him. there. And like he sits down and puts on the ground in front of him all three of the objects.
So you put down the bishop, the big solid gold merchant's guild. These are like big things, by the way. Like they're big boys.
Mhm.
He sets down like a jade glass like bottle full of amber liquid, and he sets down gold glowing manacles. I think Shako like squints at you across the fire. You stole from Azog's hoard.
No. I was made privy to, shall we say, the treasure keeper?
Yes, you mentioned the turtle.
No. The treasure keeper within him.
There's a what?
I think he like reels his head back a little bit, knowing exactly the reaction he's gonna get.
Yep.
A devil.
No, not a devil.
Oh, demon?
Demon.
A demon.
What?
For the sake of it, do you mean a snake or do you mean an actual demon?
Head reels a little more.
Actual demon.
And you just... What did you give up?
He like touches his chest.
You're not sure.
I cannot say for certain.
So you come
What
forth
I
with
know-
demons, you come bearing demonic artifacts, he turns to Brick, and we're supposed to trust him.
Kill me if you must, but you'll be killing Cholt alongside it. You'll be killing everyone. Not just Cholt. The Sword Coast. Faerun will die.
What makes you say that?
It is what I cannot say.
You know something.
And he can't like specifically say it.
That's an
Can I-
open-ended... That you can answer the open-ended question. Like, Shako says, like, you know something. Like, you can respond to that. You just can't expound on it.
I do.
Can you
Is there
fix
a
him,
check I
Doctor?
can make Arcana?
Yeah, it would be
Arcana.
Arcana. Do you have now? See, this is the tricky thing. Magic is not subtle, right? But the School of Enchantment, by definition, is subterfuge, right? So,
Yeah.
do you have a means to detect that in any way? Because if you
No.
don't, then the best you could get is, oh, you're ensorcelled. Which
Yeah,
you're kind of already
that's-
guessing.
That's what I'm. That's like the maximum I'm trying to get here.
I mean, you can draw whatever conclusion you want. I don't have a means to tell you more than that. Like, if you assume that Z is ensorcelled in some way, you could assume that. That's fine.
You're. You cannot say. You say that a lot. Is
I
it-
do.
Can you
You
fix
talk
him,
as if-
Doctor?
You talk as if you've been magically forbidden.
You cannot respond.
Yeah, I think like he knows he can't respond to that, so he just does that gesture, that head gesture, like there it is.
You can't even do that.
The
Because that's acquiescing. You can't do that.
ah.
But you
So
can you can visibly struggle.
I think he goes to like do that gesture and his head just won't go.
Yeah.
He's just forced to keep lock on Brick.
I'm going to assume that. What would I roll to see if Sulorai knows if there's something similar to this?
Do you have a means of detecting this type of thing?
Probably not, unless you came across it as an experience.
I'm not asking, like, if you want to roll to see if you've seen something like this before, sure, but you need to know what this is first.
Is it a known thing that people can be cursed to not be able to speak of certain things? It could be trauma.
Make
people
an Arcana check. Make an Arcana check. You're proficient, right?
No, I am not.
You've got Jack of all trades. Ooh,
Yeah.
not with that roll.
Jack of all trades.
It could be. It gives you a +1 to everything. That's nowhere near what you would need to roll, unfortunately. Anything can cause behavioral impediments, including like substance, mental illness, physical illness. Magic is certainly one, but with that roll,
It's not the one.
nothing conclusive.
I think Sue kind of looks at Shishago, shakes her head. Being inhibited of speaking of something can be caused by many things, I'm afraid, and it's nothing I am experienced with.
Your cause is to save Cholt.
My cause is to save everyone.
That's me.
That's good enough for me.
I think Shago starts to say something, and then Zaka puts her hand on his shoulder, and she says, "With your permission, Sergeant, I'd like to try something.
What is it?
Just words.
Okay.
You, Turtle. You know many things in your mind, yes?
I do.
Your cause is something you know, yes?
Yes,
It is large, yes?
it is.
Whatever happens to you next, happens to you. I want you to answer this question. I don't want you to do anything else. I want you to answer me. Do you understand?
I do.
What is your cause?
And he knows it won't work,
Yeah,
but he tries to answer.
yeah. And then you struggle and flail and you can't get any words out, and then eventually you stop. He needs a sorcerer. Or a priest. I'm not sure.
No. Could he say that that's not strong enough?
No. Either of those could give more answers, though.
So you agree that it's magic?
Whatever it is, we don't have the means to help him.
If you further think I'm faking, this object here, he taps the
If
manacles.
I thought you were faking, I would shoot you.
Fair enough.
I don't mince words.
We need him.
I believe I am at least capable of saying our goals are not unaligned.
It could be dangerous, Sergeant.
We'll deal with that.
Can we? You saw what he did to the ghouls.
I saw. But I can't, in good conscience, just... First of all, turn down so powerful an ally. Second of all, turn down someone whose goals are aligned with our own.
Do you have limited time, Lizard? You can't answer that.
And I think he just looks at him.
I believe in the goodwill of most.
I would call you naive, Sergeant. But you're strong enough. You can be naive if you wish.
I've been naive.
Very
Probably
well.
my entire life.
But if he attacks us, you will not stop me. You understand?
Of course.
I would rather have him traveling with us. For if he is some sort of entity, what's to say he wouldn't try to follow us anyway? I'd
She-
rather at least know where he is.
She makes eye contact.
Good, good.
I will warn you now. If we do travel, I will slay every Yonti I see on sight.
I told you not to say their names this far in the jungle, you fool.
The demons. On
That's fine.
sight. I
So
will
will we.
make sure.
Though, maybe not on sight. Some of them have useful information. Say, a few moments later, after they tell us how many is coming for us.
I can allow this.
And I
Dawn
think
will be here soon. Let's get some rest.
One thing before we go.
she looks at Shago. Shago nods. She looks at Z, and she says,
We're on our way to Firefinger to get some objects of mine, and then we're making our way to the Aldani Basin. I don't know why. That's what Shago and I were hired to do. Pull your weight.
I will.
right. I am going back to bed. And he, puts his arm around the doctor's waist.
I think she blushes a bit, but kind of just doesn't fight it just to try and placate him. I think she kind of looks to Z. It's nice to meet you, and thank you for agreeing to come with us, and then just follows Shago.
I mean, it's literally 2 steps up and you're back at the bedroll. It's fine. Asako rolls her eyes.
At least he's feeling better, I suppose. Are you good to continue your watch, Sergeant?
Yeah.
I can stay up with you if you like.
If you want to,
I would rather sleep.
then sleep.
Very well.
She pauses. As she's, walking back over to her bedroll. She looks at Ceradeath. She says,
This is going to get confusing. If Shago keeps calling that one Lizard. How do I address you? Properly, I mean.
Sorry, was that to Z or me? 'Cause I
That was
thought
to you.
Oh. You can address me as either Ceradeath or Dame Erithus.
What is the damn Arithis?
Dame, it's
Dame is the title for a female knight, one that has been knighted within an order that is not sir.
I am very sorry to our audience and to Hawk, but this is exactly what Asako would say. She says, You're a woman? And that's the last shot of the episode. To be fair, you can't tell on a Dragonborn.
True, but I still feel like that's the fuck you say, bitch moment.
A little bit, yeah.
He Erithis, her eyes kind of widen, and it's just, bitch!
Erithus will remember that at the top of the screen.
You would start seeing cold vapor coming out of her mouth.
I can and will stop your fight the moment it starts.
Yeah, right. Okay, so let's do some shoutouts, guys. We're done. Hawk, you start us off.
Hello, everyone. I am the Intangible Bird. You can find me here on Kit's server or here on Twitch at Intangible Hawk. I do programming, some art, and games and all. And I may actually get a chance to stream with the start of the new year.
That's
So
awesome.
looking forward to that.
Twitch.tv/IntangibleHawk. He's a good dude. Give him a follow. Give him some love. Chat. You know you want to. Excuse me. Sibs, give us a shout out.
Hi, my name is Sibs143. I'm the artist, I'm the stagehand, and I'm everyone's Technicolor disaster.
Heyo.
I had fun tonight. You can find me on Discord and Twitch, just lurking in both of those for Kit, or if you want to talk to me more privately, literally anytime after the 17th of December, I should be open for DMs.
Big shout outs to the fact that you didn't have a single audio issue tonight.
Yes. Thank you significantly for the new microphone.
I had to do it because it was needed for the show. Vader?
Yep.
Hi everyone, I am the Journeyman Vader. I am a mod in Kit's Discord and Twitch, and I stream on Twitch myself. You can find me in Kit's Discord on Twitch at twitch.tv/JourneymanVader and on Twitter at VaderSidious.
Cool. Gamzee, finish us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm Guy Gamzee, the bard in training.
What happened? Why did you die?
I'm sorry. I just went through that way too smoothly. I couldn't hold it.
And then
Guy
and then you
Gamzee. The bard in training getting a little more experience with every single show, and I do so hope you enjoyed this episode of Crown of Fangs. I've just noticed the title. God damn it, Fox.
It took you this long. It took you this long, boy.
I opened it earlier just to add to the view count, and I have it up right now because we were ending, and I just looked.
Uh-huh. I'm not sorry.
You never are.
Nope. Y'all done?
Yeah.
Did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, boy.
Good.
I already fucking love Z.
Good. For my part, as always, I am the sharp-eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2020, which is 2 chances to catch a given stream. Tomorrow, we'll be back with more DL Simber, a chance to take a look at games that we've completed, stories that have come to an end, that have had content updates since our playthrough, and we're going to be starting our Neo 2 DLC extravaganza starting tomorrow. And then, if you want more tabletop action, this Thursday evening after Neo, we will have the return, the second episode, and we're just getting things started with Decisive Action, Voices of the Mountain. So we might be 13 episodes in here and 44, 45 episodes in Waterdeep on Sunday nights, but our story is just getting started in Voices of the Mountain, so stop by if you want more of this nonsense with a whole new cast. We'd love to have you. For now, I'm going to get out of here, but when I do, I'll be hosting someone. It's someone who I like, someone who I hope that you all will like, and get spreads of the love that was filtered today over in their channel. And check back here, because I'm always hosting someone, and you might find your favorite streamer that way. For now, as ever, time to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers. Whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for another evening under the crown of Fangs and a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.